Good afternoon and welcome inside Regency Furniture Stadium as we prepare for the series finale between your Southern Maryland Blue Crabs and the visiting Sugar Land Skeeters. Brandon Belanda here alongside my partner Andrew Banstra. Andrew, 2 games, 1 for the Blue Crabs. Couple of dramatic games, high-scoring affairs, not what we would expect with the pitchers we've had go to this point. Blue Crabs have sent their 2 best starters to the mound on the season. Skeeters have sent 2 guys with sub-3 ERAs as well. But a 13-5 offensive explosion in Game 1 in favor of the Blue Crabs. Last night, a little bit of a self-destruct button was hit for the Skeeters. 3 straight errors started things in the bottom of the ninth. That led to a bases-loaded walk-off off the outfield wall off the bat of Corey Vaughn. Second walk-off of the season for the Blue Crabs. They'll look for the sweep here today behind the right arm of Brandon Compton. Andrew, what do you think the Blue Crabs have to do to extend this streak? They're on a 5-game winning streak coming into play today. Their season high.
Well, I think that, first of all, you mentioned it. It's so important to just continue to capitalize on those errors up to this point in the year. There's been a lot of games where they've had the opportunities to do things when other teams mess up. Unable to do that in many instances, but in this past 5 games, they've shown that they are able to do it. If they can continue that today, capitalize on the mistakes, and make a couple successes of their own. Behind a strong right arm of Brandon Compton, I think they're in for a good game today.
They're looking for back-to-back sweeps. They've won just 3 series on the year. This series win that they've already clinched, they're going to take at least 2 of 3, hoping for the sweep. But the first 3 series wins they've had have all come by way of the sweep. We'll run through the starting lineups real quick. Couple of changes on both sides for the Sugar Land Skeeters. Second baseman Colin Walsh leads off. The designated hitter Matt Chavez bats second. Derek Norris will bat third and catch. The cleanup hitter is right fielder Dennis Phipps. In the 5 spot is third baseman Albert Cordero. Kyle Kubitzer, the first baseman, bats sixth. Anthony Jansanti will play center field and bat seventh. The left fielder Courtney Hawkins follows him, and the shortstop Javier Betancourt will make his first start of the series, rounding out the lineup. The Skeeters will have right-hander Connor Wade on the mound. Wade is 2-1 with a 2.76 ERA on the season for Sugar Land. On the other side for the Blue Crabs, Teodoro Martinez, the left fielder, lead things off. Shortstop Edwin Garcia bats second. Frank Martinez will bat third and play third. Angelo Sonko re-enters the starting lineup. He's in right field batting cleanup. The designated hitter John Griffin will make his second straight start. Devin Rodriguez, the first baseman, bats sixth. He's followed, as always, by the center fielder Corey Vaughn. Catcher Austin Green and second baseman Angelise Nino will round out the lineup for the aforementioned Brandon Compton. Blue Crabs looking to get the offense rolling. We're about ready for play as the Blue Crabs will take the field here. So as we go through the on-field introductions and the national anthem, we're going to step away. We'll be right back with first pitch here on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network. We're back here in Regency Furniture Stadium as we prepare for the series finale. Pre-game festivities have come to an end, and Brandon Compton has taken the mound for his final warm-up pitches. The right-hander enters play on the season 3-2 with a 5.89 ERA. Blue Crabs 15-23 on the year. Sugarland 23-16. They are 5 games behind the Freedom Division leading Lancaster Barnstormers. The Blue Crabs 12.5 out, running out of time to close the gap there. But the 5-game winning streak is something positive for them, a building note, if nothing else, at least for the second half of the season. Compton looking to make it a season-high 6. He's coming off of his best outing of the year. 7 scoreless innings against the Road Warriors. He gave up just 4 hits, walked 2, and struck out 3 to pick up his 3rd win. Blue Crab's pitching staff has really helped them in these past 5 days. It's been their Achilles heel throughout the year, but they've seemed to have turned it around, Andrew. What are we looking for from Compton today? He's had an up and down year. What's he got to do? What are his keys to success to keep it up for today?
Well, he knows that the offense has been there this series, and I think that's a game changer for you. Coming in, sometimes you have to worry about whether it's going to be there. It's been there, and if he can just provide some sort of support for his offense, I think that they're going to be in business today.
Compton has allowed 5 or more earned runs in 4 of his 7 starts, but he's gone 6+ innings in 5 of his 7 starts, and 3 times picked up a quality start. He's won 3 of the 5 starts in which he goes 6+ innings. He kicks and delivers. First pitch fastball to Colin Walsh. The switch hitter batting from the left side takes a fastball, and we are underway with a called strike 1. Compton kicks for the 0-1. Same spot, same result, and the count goes to no balls and 2 strikes now on the leadoff batter, Walsh. We didn't see him in game 1, but last night he hit in the leadoff spot. Was 2 for 5 with a pair of doubles, an RBI, and a run scored. Compton winds for the 0-2. This one comes inside, and the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes to Walsh. Compton making his 8th start of the season, his 109th start of his career, as he misses low here, and the count at 2-2. Right-hander, 6'2", 200 pounds, out of Evans, Georgia. He's a product of Georgia Tech. As he's ready now for the 2-2 pitch, kicks and delivers. Walsh sends a fly ball out towards center, right at Corey Vaughn, who will handle it easier. And 1 up, 1 down starts the day for Compton. That'll bring in Matt Chavez. Chavez 3 for 5 with a home run in last night's game, a double and a single as well. 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored for Chavez. A productive night for him.
And if you're Compton, you know that, but you just got to forget about it. Come into this game attacking every batter like you did Colin Walsh, and it's going to be a good outing.
First pitch swinging is Chavez. It's weakly hit down the first base line, just hugging the line, but will stay fair, and Devin Rodriguez will pick it up right on top of the first base bag for the 3 unassisted. Exactly what you wanted to do to cool down the bat of Chavez, as that will now bring up the number 3 hitter, Derek Norris. Norris got the fireworks started when he was hit in the back on Friday. He exited that game, but returned yesterday to go 1 for 3 with a single, 2 walks, and a run scored. Compton looking to breeze through this first inning. He's got 6 pitches to this point, hoping he can keep it under 10 as he kicks and delivers. Phipps taking right on the outside corner for a called strike, 0-1. Defensive alignment behind the right-hander Compton, Teodoro Martinez in left, Corey Vaughn in center, Angelo Sonko in right. Left to right around the infield, Frank Martinez, Edwin Garcia, Angelis Nina, Devin Rodriguez, and Austin Green is behind the plate. As Compton goes for that outside spot again and misses 1-1. Compton features a fastball, a changeup, and a slider. Just a rare 3-pitch combination, not something you typically see for starters. They feature more pitches than relievers most of the time, but effective for him as he gets a fastball here right on the inside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And I think in this situation, you know how good of a hitter Norris is. You don't give him anything near the zone. The 1-2 has to be a chase pitch, maybe on the low and outside corner.
See if he goes to that slider. 1-2, 10th pitch of the at-bat. He jams him with a fastball instead. As that shatters the bat, rolled to third. Martinez will pick it up. And a 10-pitch inning for Compton starts it. 1-2-3. Fly out and a pair of groundouts. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base in the inning. Blue Crabs will look to strike first. Teodoro Martinez leads things off when we come back on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is Sam Runyon, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Blue Crabs fans, fan voting has returned for the 2018 Atlantic League All-Star Game. The Long Island Ducks will play host to the game this season on Wednesday night, July 11th, presented by Good Samaritan Hospital Medical Center. Don't forget to vote your favorite Blue Crabs players to the All-Star Game. Fans can cast their ballots from now through June 30th online at atlanticleague.com/all-star voting. Or get your tickets for the 2018 All-Star Game today by visiting liducks.com/all-star or calling 631-940-TIXX.
Ladies, this is Corey Vaughn. Be sure to join us at the ballpark every Wednesday night for Wind Up Wednesday presented by Cove Point Winery. On select Wednesday nights throughout the year, ladies get in for just $5. You can also enjoy free wine samples from Cove Point as well as free services from Therapeutic Massage and Wellness. For more information and the available dates, please visit us online at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Thompson, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Connor Wade takes the hill for the Sugarland Skeeters here in the bottom of the first as Teodoro Martinez digs in to lead things off. And Wade delivers a first pitch fastball for a called strike. 0-1 the count on Teodoro as Wade gets his night going with a fastball. Same start from Brandon Compton in the top half of the inning. As Wade kicks and delivers. Teodoro with a dribbler down the third baseline. That's going to get foul. No balls and 2 strikes. Defensive alignment behind Connor Wade. Courtney Hawkins in left. Anthony Jansanti in center. Dennis Phipps in right field. Albert Cordero is at third. Javier Betancourt at short. Colin Walsh at second. Kyle Kubica at first. And the catcher, Derek Norris, is behind the dish. 0-2 the count on Martinez as Wade kicks and delivers. He goes with the off-speed stuff. That misses down in the zone. The count at 1-2.
Connor Wade's numbers on the year, a 2-1 record with a 2.77 ERA, only making his 4th start here today in his 10th appearance, 26 innings pitched.
As Martinez shoots one down the third baseline, just foul, says the third base umpire. That'll be a nice transition into the umpire crew for tonight's game. Same 3 on the normal rotation. Jerry Martinez behind the dish, Buzz Albert at first, and we saw Tom Gandolfo show off the athleticism down the third baseline there as he hopped out of the way and threw the hands up for a foul ball. You mentioned Wade, 10 outings, but just 5 starts. He's gone back and forth between the starting rotation and the pen this year. 1-2 the count as Connor Wade kicks and delivers. That misses low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The right-hander has moved full-time to the rotation as of May 24th. Go ahead, Andrew.
He's been exceptionally good on the road, a 1.46 ERA, 1-0 record through 12 innings pitched, only allowed 2 runs, both of them earned.
A fly ball down the right field line here. Heading over is the right fielder Phipps as he'll make the catch for out number 1. Wade started the year in the bullpen. He made his first 6 appearances there. Struggled a little bit as he allowed 6 earned runs in the pen, but moved to the rotation on May 24th and has really turned things around there. His first start, 5 innings, 4 hits, no runs. He struck out 3 and didn't walk a batter in a 3-1 win over the Somerset Patriots, as his first pitch to Edwin Garcia is right down the middle for a called strike. Since then, he faced Long Island at home. 5 innings, 2 runs on 8 hits. Neither run earned, though. He walked 1, struck out 2, a no decision. As he winds for the 0-1, Garcia with a hot shot towards short, but it's fielded by Betancourt, who fires across to retire his counterpart. 2 up, 2 down to start the day for Wade. He faced the Somerset Patriots in New Jersey for a second time in his last start on June 5th. 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned, no walks again, struck out 3. He did not factor in the decision, but in his 3 starts, the Sugarland Skeeters are 3-0 on the year. He's got the first 2 batters he's seen on 8 pitches, as now Frank Martinez digs in. Takes a called strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Switch hitting Martinez batting from the left side. He's in the 3-hole tonight after hitting cleanup in last night's matchup. Curveball here, swung on and missed, and the count quickly to no balls and 2 strikes.
And you see a big left center gap. It's been evident since this inning start, just now closed as Jan Santi moves over back dead center.
0-2 fastball elevated out of the zone, 1 ball and 2 strikes. First couple of pitches they were playing Martinez to pull, and now, as you mentioned, Jan Santi has moved back a little bit. Now the 1-2 on its way from Connor Wade. Martinez with a floater down the first baseline. First baseman giving chase. He's at the wall and leans over, but not enough as it's a couple of rows deep into the crowd. And the count will hold at 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And if you're Martinez, you know after a foul ball like that, Wade's going to come back with something that's not going to be something you'd like to hit. You either keep fighting or you take the chance at not swinging at it. But for Martinez, he's not going to get anything he likes down 1-2.
Long delay in the action here as everyone takes some time to reset. Looking at Kubica down the first baseline as he hit the wall kind of hard, but seems to be okay. So the 1-2 once more. An elevated fastball swung on and missed, and Martinez is down on strikes for the final out here in the first. Wade matches Compton with a 1-2-3 frame. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We're scoreless through 1, headed to the top of the second. Dangerous bats upcoming for the Skeeters. Dennis Phipps will lead things off when we come back on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is Brandon Compton, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Cooperstown is where you, your family, and your friends can relive baseball's greatest moments and honor the all-time greats of the game. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org.
Be sure to bring your furry friends out to the ballpark with you on July 22nd for our second of 3 Bark in the Park series. This day will feature a Blue Crabs themed dog leash giveaway brought to you by 98.7 WMZQ with a special performance by Avenue Disc Dogs. To secure your seat today, visit us online at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
this is Courtney Knischel, General Manager of your Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Brandon Compton back to work here as the first pitch of the second inning. A fastball misses to Dennis Phipps. 1 ball and no strikes. The count to the cleanup hitter. Compton comes back with another fastball and evens the count. 1-1 now. Compton works out of the windup with the bases empty and delivers. Phipps swings here, a fly ball towards shallow center. Nina is backing up, and the second baseman will make the play for the first out here in the inning. Compton's retired the first 4 he's faced, as now Albert Cordero will come up to bat. Cordero has started both games at third base. We also saw him appear in game 1 behind the dish. Last night he was 1 for 5 in what looked to be a dagger 3 RBIs as he doubled off of the center field wall with the bases loaded to clear everything and give the Skeeters a 6-2 lead. But as we know, the Blue Crabs rallied in the 9th, were able to put up 3 runs and walk it off victorious. 0-1 the count, a changeup here that misses low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike, the count to Cordero.
Cordero listed as a catcher. We've seen him all around in this series so far. He's the type of guy, he's, like you mentioned, a big dagger, potential dagger last night, 323 average. He's the type of guy that makes you put him in the lineup. He makes the coach put you in the lineup. He's hitting so well. That's a great thing to do.
A veteran Derek Norris behind the plate. Same type of player. He's got to find a spot for Norris every day, and that means Cordero's not going to get as much time behind the plate. But when you're hitting the way Albert Cordero is, you know that you've got to get him in there every day. That's where you end up at third base and mixing and matching around it. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count as Cordero pushes one the other way. That's going to get well out of play.
Coaches always say if you can hit, they'll find a spot for you in the lineup. It's proved true with Albert Cordero.
He struggled in this series, though, just 1 for 8, including the only hit is that dagger double last night as a changeup misses outside. And the count has run full to the number 2 hitter here in the inning, number 5 in the lineup. He moved up a spot in the order after hitting 6th last night. He's alternated with Kyle Kubica as Cordero swings and fouls this one back out of play. In game 1, Cordero hit 5th, Kubica hit 6th. They flip-flopped last night and now have gone back to the original order. Compton ready for the payoff pitch one more time as he kicks and delivers. Swung on and a battle brewing as Cordero fouls this one off. We've seen this between the pitchers and the hitters all series long, able to fight and stay alive. Last night, Alvaro Rondon, who's out of the lineup, a 13-pitch at-bat. This one will take at least 9 as Compton readies for his third 3-2 pitch and delivers. Misses low. And Cordero, with a hard-fought walk, will head down to first base. Kyle Kubica will dig in now, a powerful bat. The first baseman 0 for 5 last night, 1 for 9 in the series, but that one was a solo home run in game 1. Kubica digs into the left-handed batter's box. He's the only true lefty on the Sugarland roster as he takes a big cut and swings over the top of it, 0-1. They do have 3 switch hitters, Cordero, Alvaro Rondon, and Colin Walsh. Compton looking for a ground ball. The infield's pinched together up the middle as the right-hander comes set at the belt. First time we've seen him in the stretch today. And delivers. Line drive towards left center field. That's going to get down and head to the wall. Vaughn giving chase. On his way to third is Cordero. He's being waved around. The throw to Garcia. The relay Holmes. Not going to be in time as Cordero will score standing up from first. An RBI double from Kyle Kubica has opened the scoring on the day. If you didn't watch the last two games and you only looked at the numbers, that would be something to be very worried about. We've mentioned it all season long, the Blue Crabs' record when opponents score first. However, they've let the Skeeters on the board first in the first two games and have taken both of them in late comebacks. So we'll see how tonight plays out.
And that becomes the big test. You mentioned it earlier, the Blue Crabs come in down 12 and a half games. Can you stay fighting when the other is a foul ball off to the left side? Can you keep fighting even though you know you're down as far as games back goes and you're down in the game? Keep that fight and you may still have a chance in this game if you're the Blue Crabs.
As you mentioned, first pitch to Anthony Jansanti was fouled off down the third baseline. So Compton ready for the 0-1. As this one's hit towards deep center. Vaughn backing up on the run. That'll hang up long enough for him to make the catch. The runner goes back to tag now. Vaughn throws to Garcia. The relay not in time. As Jansanti gets a sacrifice fly to advance Kubica to third. And now an extra run is 90 feet away. A dangerous bat coming to the plate, Courtney Hawkins. We didn't see him last night, but we saw him in game one go 0 for 4. We know the power he possesses. Infield with a heavy shift on the right-hander Hawkins. Nina behind the second base bag. Garcia deep in the hole. Compton pitches into the shift by jamming Hawkins inside. Swung on and missed 0-1.
Hawkins was the 13th overall pick in the MLB draft back in 2012 when he was drafted by the Chicago White Sox. He was the number one prospect in the White Sox farm system back in 2013.
As a grounder towards short, Garcia fields. Fires long throw across the diamond in plenty of time to get Hawkins. And down go the Skeeters in the inning, but they strike first. A walk comes back to haunt Compton as they put up one run on one hit. An RBI double from Kyle Kubica. No errors. They leave one man stranded on base. 1-0 the score. Blue Crabs will look to respond. Angelo Sonko leads things off in the bottom of the second when we come back on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Are you looking for the latest and best in Blue Crabs gear? Look no further than the newly redesigned and restocked Crab Shack Team Store, anchored by EC Sports. The Team Store features everything from old favorites like game replica hats and t-shirts to novelty items and collectibles. You can visit our Team Store anytime 9 to 5, as well as during all home games. The Team Store is also available online by visiting somdbluecrabs.com and clicking the Store tab.
Hey fans, this is Craig Stem, pitcher for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Make sure you come out every Thursday for Foster's Grill Wings and Beer Night. For just $30, you can enjoy a ticket to the game and 2 hours of all-you-can-eat Foster's Wings and all-you-can-drink beer in the Legends Clubs from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. For more information, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Are you looking for the best place to entertain your group, large or small, this summer? Look no further than the Blue Crabs at Regency Furniture Stadium with our newly renovated luxury suites and Legends Club, as well as our brand new party suite. Our luxury suites have all new amenities and are sure to please your group, while our clean, upscale Legends Club can host up to 160 guests for a game or anytime. New for 2018, the Blue Crabs are excited to announce our brand new party suite for groups up to 50 guests. It's double the space for double the fun for double the group, just $20 per person. Call group sales at 301-638-9788 to book your group today.
Hey, this is Devin Rodriguez, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Brandon Belanda alongside Andrew Banstra back here inside Regency Furniture Stadium as we get things going here in the bottom of the second. Angelo Sonko takes the first pitch he sees for ball one. And Connor Wade is behind, 1 ball and no strikes. Wade worked a 1-2-3 first inning as Sonko dribbles one towards the second baseman here. Walsh will handle easily and fire to first. Andrew, prior to the break, you mentioned Courtney Hawkins, the 13th pick in that 2012 MLB draft. That was an absolutely stacked draft class. You got Carlos Correa, Byron Buxton, Mike Zanino, Kevin Gossman were the first 4 picks there. Top prospect Max Fried, Mark Appel, who's now since retired, but at one time a top prospect. Michael Waka, Marcus Stroman were all there, with Corey Seager and Addison Russell. As hammering the first pitch he sees is John Griffin. Nobody will even move in the Sugarland defense. A long home run off the bat of John Griffin. That was one of the furthest home runs I've ever seen.
That ball, at first it went so high that I thought it was just one of those major league pop-outs to a shortstop, because you see those balls go so high, it's like, if it's going that high, it must come down. It didn't come down all the way until it almost left this entire stadium. You want to talk about a moonshot, Brandon, that redefined the term.
Yeah, that I haven't seen a ball hit like that in quite a while.
And Courtney Hawkins in left field literally just turned his back and didn't even take a step. He knew it was out from the second and left the bat.
That ball actually went so far, as Rodriguez fouls off the first pitch he sees, that Hawkins had to play it back because it hit the light pole and came back onto the field of play. I don't know if you saw that, but that fence is about 35, 40 feet in the air, and it hit over it off of the light pole and bounced back onto the field of play. One and one the count to Devin Rodriguez as Rodriguez pops one up towards shallow left. Long run for the shortstop and for Hawkins, but Hawkins will get there and make the catch for out number 2. You look at some of the names picked after Courtney Hawkins, and you've got guys like Lucas Giolito, Corey Seager, Michael Waka, Marcus Stroman. The first pick in the second, or the supplemental round, was Jose Barrios, Steven Piscotty, Mitch Haniger, Joey Gallo. And then you get to the 40th pick of that 2012 MLB draft, and that's Shane Watson, the reliever for the Blue Crabs from the Phillies. And the pick after Shane Watson is Lance McCullers Jr. as Corey Vaughn hammers one right at Hawkins to make the final out here in the bottom of the second inning. So the solo home run off the bat of John Griffin ties things up here in the second. They get the one run on the one hit, no errors, nobody left on base. But what a hit it was as we are tied up and heading to the third. 1-1 the score. Compton back to work. He'll face the 9-1-2 when we come back on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Paint the Park Pink returns to Regency Furniture Stadium on June 16th as the Blue Crabs host the York Revolution. Be sure to come out and support Maryland Charles Regional Medical Center as they aim to raise awareness for breast cancer. The Blue Crabs will host a post-game jersey auction with all proceeds returning to MCRMC. For more information on this or any other exciting events throughout the season, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or you can call us at 301-638-9788.
Hey kids, this is Joey Wagman from the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Don't forget, every Sunday is Kids Day at the ballpark, brought to you by Waldorf Orthodontics. Every Sunday home game, kids can enjoy a pregame autograph session with me and other players, $3 ice cream helmets all day long, and free admission to Pinch's Playground. Postgame, you can all come on the field and run the bases. For more information, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Brandon Compton back to work here in the top of the third. He's got a tie ball game to work with now after the long home run from John Griffin. He'll face the 9-1-2. Javier Betancourt will lead things off as Betancourt takes low for ball one. Compton kicks and delivers. That one's fouled back into the screen. 1 ball and 1 strike. Betancourt, the youngest player on either team. He's just 23 years old and just turned it on May 8th. So he turned 23 after the start of this 2018 season.
Struggling so far this year is Betancourt, hitting as he'll ground back to Compton. Get him for out number 1. Betancourt just hitting 188 on the year.
That'll drop a little bit after that ground out back to the pitcher. So 1 down starts for Compton. As now the top of the order will come back up. Colin Walsh, who got everything started with a fly out to center.
Walsh had his day playing Major League Baseball back in 2016 when he played with the Milwaukee Brewers for 38 games. He was 4 for 47 as missing upstairs with the ball as Brandon Compton, although he does support a .397 career on base percentage.
1-0 the count here as Compton kicks and delivers. Blows a fastball by him, 1-1. Despite the .085 batting average, Walsh can say something that only a limited few can say, which is he got time in the major leagues. And you've got to respect anybody that has that title with them, whether it was for 1 day or 20 years. It's something very rare that you work your whole life to accomplish, and Colin Walsh and a number of other players in today's game got that accomplishment as Walsh fouls one back here, 2-2. The man he's facing, Brandon Compton, got his time in the big leagues as well. 2013 and 2014, he'd appeared in 22 games for the Pittsburgh Pirates organization. 2-2 pitch popped up out of play, and the count will hold where it is.
I just found it interesting more than anything that they kept him for 38 games, even though he was only hitting 447, .085, as you mentioned, because you see so many of these guys go in for, 10 games, they hit 3 for 10 and never make it back to the MLB.
We talked about a pitcher like that as Compton pulls one inside, 3-2. I think it was Andy Van Hecken we were discussing. He's the only player to ever, in his debut, throw a complete game shutout. He had a 3 ERA in 10 games back in 2002, and he never pitched in the majors again. As this one misses low, and Walsh runs the count full and then draws a walk, and will head down to first. Unforgiving sport is baseball. You get one chance, and if they don't like what you did in that one chance, even if it's not bad, it never will come again.
That's the confusing part, because you still have guys in the MLB that, they'll stay up for a long time with not that great statistics. It's just interesting how baseball works.
There's lots of dynamics that go into that, how you interact in the clubhouse, how you do this, how you do that, ability to learn, ability to make adjustments. Do you have just raw speed is often something that people will do. As a pop-up here, jamming Chavez was Compton, and Chavez is down on the first pitch he saw. Matt Chavez has swung at both pitches he's seen and has grounded out to first and popped out to first.
That'll help Brandon Compton's pitch count for the day.
Pitch count currently sitting at 39. The next pitch will be his 40th, and it will come to Derek Norris as the catcher digs in. He grounded out to third base to end the first. Compton hoping he does the same here to end the third. Set at the belt, spin and fire to first, but back in easily is Walsh. It's all about tools in Major League Baseball nowadays. What tools do you possess? If you've got a great arm, they'll keep you on the roster so you can throw people out in the ninth inning of a game. If you throw 100 miles an hour, they'll keep you in the bullpen. Do you have speed? Then great, you can pinch run, and if you have raw power, then you can come in and pinch hit. So there's a spot for all of that, but there's not many spots for guys that do everything good anymore.
It's a very good point you raise. Guys work on trying to be a five-tool player their whole life instead of just having one skill very refined.
You look at guys like Adam Dunn, who had one skill, it was power, and he had an all-star career as a check on first, but back in safely. That's the one that jumps out to me. Or you look at guys in this league like Rico Noel, who has big league time. Noel had, I think, 14 games. He only batted 4 times because he just pinch ran. So as much as they preach 5-tool athletes, and guys like George Springer possess that and are all-stars, it's one tool sometimes that can get you that extended period of time at the major league level as a fastball on the outside corner. You end up with long careers with guys like Kenny Lofton, who are incredibly fast and able to sit at the top of lineups. Rajai Davis, you look back in the World Series, he was there. 1-1 the count to Derek Norris as breaking ball is floated out towards right field here. Charging on is Sonko on the run. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side here in the top of the third. Compton walks another batter but works around it this time. As no runs, no hits, no errors, one man left on base. We head to the bottom of the third. Austin Green will lead things off when we return on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is Cash Beecham, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
There's no better way to celebrate Independence Day than with America's pastime. The fun starts a day early this year, and we begin our celebration with a warm-up fireworks spectacular following the game on July 3rd. Then be sure to join us again on the 4th as we take on the Somerset Patriots for the Red, White, and Blue Crabs celebration, featuring another post-game fireworks spectacular. For more information on this, or to ensure your seat today, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com, or you can call us at 301-638-9788.
Hey fans, this is Sam Runyon, right-handed pitcher for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Make sure you come out every Thursday for Foster's Grill Wings and Beer Night. For just $30, you can enjoy a ticket to the game and 2 hours of all-you-can-eat Foster's Wings and all-you-can-drink beer in the Legends Club from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. For more information, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Hey, this is Kalaika Kaho'ohalahala, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Austin Green digs in to lead things off, and first pitch swinging is the catcher Green, pushing one over the first baseman, and he's aboard with a single. That's the first hit that was allowed by Connor Wade that stayed in the ballpark. The only other hit on the line for the Blue Crabs is that long home run from John Griffin. Angelis Nina digs in now. Good night for him. 2 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored.
First RBI of the year, and since joining the Blue Crabs, his average as a Blue Crab is .297, hitting about .213 on the year collectively, but doing much better, a streaky hitter in his time in Southern Maryland.
Change up on the inside corner for a called strike to Nina as he squared the bunt but pulled back. See if maybe the Blue Crabs do want to play some small ball here and get a bunt down. We haven't seen that much this season. Wade into the stretch for the first time today as Nina rolls one towards short. 6-4-3, and small ball looks like it would have been the right option, as instead Nina rolls into a tailor-made double play to clear the bases and 2 down with nobody on for Teodoro Martinez. That's the risk you run when you don't play small ball, especially in the number 9 spot in the order. You'd think you'd want to lay down a bunt and get somebody in scoring position with one out in the inning for the top of your order, but instead you elect to let them swing away and roll into the double play. First pitch fastball, called strike. We saw Teodoro squared a bunt there, but he pulled back and took.
Tough to say if he actually had any intention of laying down a bunt or he's just trying to throw a curveball back to the curveball.
Breaking ball here, called strike on the outside corner, and the count to no balls and 2 strikes. Connor Wade, 26 years old, 6'3", 190 pounds, out of Scottsdale, Arizona. Teodoro rolls one towards the shortstop here, as that'll be picked up by Betancourt and fired across the diamond. A 1-2-3 frame on the line with the help of a double play for Wade. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. We're tied up at 1 through 3. When we return, I'll hand things over to my partner Andrew Banstra for play-by-play. And the 4-5-6 will face Brandon Compton on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is Johnny Bladell, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Fans, be sure to join us July 21st for Jurassic Ballpark as the Blue Crabs take on Lancaster. We'll travel back to prehistoric times at the park, even featuring special guests from long ago roaming the stadium. To get your tickets for this exciting event, visit us at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Shopping for groceries in a clean, friendly store? That's smart. Shopping for groceries in a clean, friendly store and saving some money while you're doing it? That's wise. At Wise Markets, you'll find all your favorite brands, prices you'll appreciate. That means more meat for less money, more dinner for less dinero, and more milk for less moolah. Stop by a Wise Market today.
Eat better, spend less, that's wise.
Hey, this is Andrew Daniel, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Brandon Compton on the bump for his 4th inning of work. Comes in with his first pitch, catching the inside corner for strike 1. Compton 3 strong innings of work, only allowing 1 hit, tagging on 2 walks to that tally. As out of the windup, the big righty gets the first batter of the inning, Phipps, to ground out of Martinez at third. Fires across the infield for out number 1.
That was a great play by Martinez. A hot shot right at him. Took a nasty hop up into his chest, but he was able to vacuum it up and easily get Phipps for a good out number 1. Start the inning on a positive note for Compton. He's retired the first batter in all 4 innings now.
Which is so important to do. One of those 2 walks I mentioned was to Albert Cordero, the batter stepping into the box back in the 2nd inning. He ended up scoring the lone Skeeters run of the game. Compton with the first pitch to Cordero, misses high and outside. Count runs to 1-0. Compton, he'll take his sign from the catcher Austin Green. Out of the windup is Compton, coming back with a fastball and drilling it out to deep left field. Teodoro Martinez trying to get back on it. It doesn't quite escape that big left field wall. but it will be a double for Albert Cordero.
Blessing and a curse is that mini monster out there. I think at a different park where we're looking 330 down the line instead of 310, Teodoro might be able to catch that. But instead it hits off the top of the wall. It's in play for a double for Cordero, the second extra base hit that's allowed. So it saves the home run in this park as far as distance goes. But I think, in my opinion, a different ballpark, that's an out instead.
No, I think you're exactly right. That was a high hit fly ball that kind of just kept going and going. Not too much wind today, though. That was not much of a factor as Kyle Kubica steps into the box, swings and misses on the first pitch. So now 2 Skeeters hits on the day, both of them doubles. One came from Kubica back into second. That was an RBI double, scoring the man who is now at second base, Albert Cordero. Kubica gets the 0-1 from Compton, and Compton misses inside. 1-1 goes the count. Compton will take his sign. The 1-1 from Compton out of the stretch takes a peek at Cordero at second. The pitch is going to be lined straight back into the protective netting. That'll make the count 1-2 to Kubica. Kubica had his time in the major leagues back in 2015 with the Los Angeles Angels. We've been talking about Mike Trout. 7 for 36 back in 2015 after being drafted in 2011 by the Atlanta Braves in the third round as a pickoff move, is just keeping the runner honest back there at second, Albert Cordero. Compton will resettle himself. A lot of pitchers have something they do when they need to just reset their mind. A lot of guys will take their hat off their head just like Compton did. Some guys take a deep breath. See how that settling does as it gets Kubica to foul one off back behind us in the press box. It will get back into the stands and land in a seat. So the count remains 1-2 to the left-handed hitting Kubica. Kubica on the season, a .244 hitter, 6 home runs, now 27 RBIs, with that RBI double coming back in the second inning. Looking to make that one more. The runner in scoring position. Compton has other ideas in mind as the 1-2 is going to be grounded to first base. Devin Rodriguez handles it without an issue, and that'll be 2 down quickly for Brandon Compton, but he still has one thing to worry about, and that is Albert Cordero standing just 90 feet away from giving the Skeeters a 2-1 lead in this ball game. That'll bring up Anthony Jansanti, the center fielder. Batting .258 on the year is Jansanti, the right-handed hitting Skeeter who wears number 21 on the jersey. And he'll prepare to try to plate that run standing just 90 feet away as Compton comes in with the first pitch, a breaking ball missing down low, but buckling Jansanti, who may come back on his heels.
Got to be careful with Jansanti. Not the biggest guy hitting down towards the bottom of the lineup, but he has plenty of power. He showed it in the series. Already a home run and narrowly missed one last night as well.
Compton with the 1-0. Comes back with a slider, and it's going to get Jansanti fooled, swinging right through it as the center fielder, and things will even up at 1 apiece. Compton leans in and takes the sign from his catcher, Green. A big shift you see as a pitch is going to come in, and I'm not sure where that hit him. Originally I thought that hit him in the head, but I'm thinking it was the elbow now because of the sound it made, and I think that we can now confirm that it was the elbow as he's still standing.
Looks like an elbow shoulder area. Still a dangerous spot. Not somewhere you want to be hit. Again, we've seen a lot of hit by pitches in this series. I don't think there's been any intent behind any of them, to be honest with you. With 2 outs and a runner on third, there's no way you're throwing at anybody, because if you miss by inches, it's to the backstop and a run scores.
Not to mention, even if you know you're going to hit him, you know that'll put up Courtney Hawkins, the home run leader in all of the Atlantic League with 8 on the year. That'll put him up with 2 on, 2 down, runners on the corners for, as we mentioned, the former 13th overall draft pick back in 2012, Courtney Hawkins.
Just a stacked draft class. There's actually 3 players in this game from that draft class in the top 2 rounds. As we mentioned, Shane Watson, Barrett Barnes, who's not in the lineup but started in center field both of the opening 2 games, as Hawkins rolls one towards short here.
It's going to be a tough play, a barehanded catch by Edwin Garcia, and barely getting the runner, Courtney Hawkins. A big stretch from Devin Rodriguez saves the Skeeters from taking a 2-1 lead in this game. 1 hit here in the top of the 4th inning. 2 runners left on base, no errors, no runs for the Skeeters. We'll keep things tied at 1 apiece. We'll have more Blue Crabs baseball as they come up to hit in the bottom of the 4th here on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is Austin Green, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Did you know that the storm drains in Charles County lead to the Potomac River, Patuxent River, and the Chesapeake Bay? Those storm drains are not trash cans, and the water inside does not get filtered. The litter you throw on the street can end up in the same water you drink, fish, and play in. Start now and help keep Charles County beautiful by placing your trash in its proper place. To find out how you can help, visit www.charlescountymd.gov/litterbug.
Hey kids, this is Drake Britton, pitcher for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. If you're under 12 years old, make sure to check out our Chick-fil-A Backfin Buddies program. For just $15, kids will receive free admission to every Friday home game this season, as well as a Backfin Buddies t-shirt and pinch pencil pouch. During the games, all members wearing their t-shirt get to go on the field for the High Five Tunnel, as well as free admission to the kids' park and a free ice cream helmet. For more information, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Hey, this is Jose Gonzalez, and you are listening to the Blue Crab Broadcast Network.
Out to lead off the bottom of the 4th inning for your Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Still on the bump for his 3rd inning of work. Make that 4th as Connor Wade, as his first pitch is going to be a fastball crossing the plate. Watching it passes Edwin Garcia. 0-1 goes the count to the shortstop, who just saved the Blue Crabs from allowing their 2nd run of the ball game on a beautiful barehanded web gem to can Courtney Hawkins a step before he could reach first base safely. A ball misses outside and things run even at 1 apiece. 1-1 goes the count, and swinging through an off-speed pitch is going to be Edwin Garcia. Garcia, the MVP of the Blue Crabs last season, back for another year in the Blue Crabs uniform, hitting .283 with 2 home runs and 13 RBIs on the year. Wade with the 1-2 out of the windup. It's going to just be blooped into center field, and finding a way to get down was that ball that Edwin Garcia had to just bend over and slap into left.
And Garcia, great defensive swing there. That was a 1-2 swing. He choked up, did anything to make contact, and was able to flare one out and get the leadoff man on base for the Blue Crabs. They got the leadoff man aboard last inning, but a double play erased it, hoping for a different result here with Frank Martinez.
Martinez struck out in his only at bat so far on the day. That ended things back in the bottom of the 1st. A .310 hitter on the year with a pair of home runs and 16 RBIs, as Wade's making sure Garcia doesn't think about taking second as he picks over. Martinez, the switch-hitting batter in the left-handed batter's box to face off against the right-handed Connor Wade. First pitch of the at-bat is going to miss on the outside corner. That'll make things 1-0. You see a big gap in between shortstop Betancourt and the third baseman Cordero. Frank may think about trying to just put something on the ground and beat something out. May see a hit and run in play in this situation. As here's the hit and run right there, as Martinez is going to basically do something that is just as good as a sacrifice bunt. And now with one down after a ground out from Martinez, you got a runner in scoring position and one down for your cleanup hitter, Angelo Sanco.
Not quite the result of the hit and run they were looking for, but you'll take it. It goes, as we mentioned before, as a sacrifice bunt, basically. We've wanted to see more of those. We've talked about it a couple of times, trying to get runners in scoring position. So I guess we'll take it any way we can get it. And man on second, one out, and give Sanco a chance to stay hot and drive in a run.
Sanco sees the first pitch of the day and slaps it down the left field line. That ball finds the ground. That's going to be extra bases and an RBI for Angelo Sanco. Courtney Hawkins loses the ball trying to throw it in. James Frisbee was thinking about sending Sanco home, but unable to do so. That'll be a double with an error, getting Sanco to third base. And what a big hit from Angelo Sanco, who's becoming a really vital part of this Blue Crabs squad.
A great shot down the line there from Angelo Sanco. He's going to be credited with the double and then will advance to third on the E7 from Hawkins. It'll be an RBI double as Garcia was being waved around and going to score anyway. So the Blue Crabs have a 2-1 lead now, as once again we mentioned they've fallen behind early on the season. They're just 4-17 when opponents score first, but they're 2-0 in this series.
And that'll bring up John Griffin, who last time he was up, I don't think the ball he hit has even landed yet, as it was an absolute moonshot home run, almost leaving Regency Furniture Stadium. That is the one of the two runs of the game for the Blue Crabs up to this point in the ball game. He sees the first pitch go by for strike one. The 1-0 from Wade. It's going to be another ball drilled into center. This time it's going to be a little bit shorter. Tagging up is Sanco. He's going to just draw the throw home. Bounces off the pitcher's mound and gets to the catcher, Derek Norris, without any trouble. That'll leave Sanco 90 feet from home plate with two down. Devin Rodriguez will try to bring him home.
I think that was a good choice by Sanco. That one was a little shallower than we thought it was going to be off the bat. On contact, I thought that might carry a little bit as well, but it looks like it jammed him a little bit. Shallow fly ball. If Sanco goes, even with that weird ricochet, I think he's dead to rights.
I think you're exactly right, and especially when you have a Devin Rodriguez who's been on fire of late. 3 of 5 in last night's ball game, coming up to the bat. He flew out to left field in his last time up. That was back in the second inning. And he'll try to score Sanco and give the Blue Crabs a 2-1 lead as a pitch very outside. It's going to leave Devin Rodriguez unpleased at a strike call from home plate umpire Jerry Martinez. I think he has good reason to be unhappy with that. Rodriguez will have to adjust, and here he comes preparing for the 0-1. He's going to ground it over to first base. Getting it easily is Kubica. He'll step on it himself for out number 3. That'll do it for the bottom of the fourth inning for the Blue Crabs, but not before they can plate one more run on an RBI double from Angelo Sanco. That was one of 2 hits on the inning. One runner left on, no errors. 1 run in the inning for the Blue Crabs gives them a 2-1 lead here after 4 full innings of baseball played. We'll be right back with more baseball here shortly on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is Ryan Strasburger, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Blue Crabs fans, what's more American than baseball and a barbecue cookout? Quite frankly, the two go together like stars and stripes, rockets and red glare, and liberty and the pursuit of happiness. So when you come to Regency Furniture Stadium's all-you-can-eat picnic pavilion, you get both at a great price. The best part is that groups from 20 to 400 plus can enjoy the picnic pavilion, and when you include this home run of a deal with the kids park, paddle boats, and on-field fun, you have a grand slam of an opportunity. Call today at 301-638-9788 to speak with a sales executive or visit somdbluecrabs.com for more information.
This is Rick Meehan, Mayor of Ocean City, Maryland. For everyone who's put off planning a vacation this summer, I've got good news for you. Ocean City, Maryland is a procrastinator's paradise. We've got 10 miles of free beach, an amazing 3-mile boardwalk, golf, fishing, shopping, dining, and free events 7 nights a week, including fireworks, boardwalk light shows, dance parties, and movies right on the beach. It's not too late. Book a visit today at ococean.com. That's ococean.com.
Hey, this is Edwin Garcia, and we are listening to the Blue Crab Broadcast Network.
Welcome back to Waldorf, Maryland, live at Regency Furniture Stadium with more Blue Crabs baseball. Leading things off in the top of the 5th will be Javier Betancourt. Betancourt sees a fastball come up at the numbers. He'll have to duck out of the way and watch ball number 1 go by. Betancourt's last at-bat in this game and his only other at-bat came back in the top of the 3rd. He also led off that inning as he sees another ball come inside. Count runs to 2-0. Back in the top of the 3rd, he grounded out to the pitcher, Compton, who's had a very strong day out in his 5th inning of work, only allowing 2 hits, 1 run. That came on an RBI double from Kyle Kubica back in the top of the 2nd as Compton gets the first strike of the 5th inning over the plate. That'll run things to 2-1. Compton out of the windup. Shakes off his catcher, Green. Now he likes what he sees coming back with the 2-1. It's going to miss, but not by much. As if I was Compton, I would not be too pleased with that call. But Jerry Martinez keeps it. Count runs to 3-1. The 3-1's going to be driven into right center field. Corey Vaughn giving chase and gets to a ball that by all means should have landed in the right center gap, but Corey Vaughn has been nothing but a defensive machine all year. Just about anything within 100 feet of him is sure to get caught, even if it's lined like Javier Betancourt's was. 1 down after that robbery from the center fielder, Corey Vaughn, brings up Colin Walsh. Walsh, a .260 hitter on the year, 0 for 1 on the day with a walk. In his 3rd plate appearance of the day, the first pitch he sees swings and misses at a fastball down the heart of the plate. Compton just overpowers him, and now we'll have to see what Compton comes back with 0-1. The pitch, it's another fastball. This time misses in the dirt. And Compton will take a slow walk back up to the mound, thinking about what he's going to come back with 1-1. Compton likes what he sees from Austin Green. Here comes the 1-1. It's drilled over to the right. Make that the first baseman, Devin Rodriguez, and he's been an absolute wall all year. Nothing gets past Rodriguez. The 3 unassisted will put 2 down and 2 down quickly for the Sugar Land Skeeters as Brandon Compton is 1 out away from coming through unscathed. Other than that 1 run coming back in the top of the 2nd. Against this powerful Sugar Land Skeeters team. Gonna bring on Matt Chavez. Chavez, a .354 hitter on the year with a pair of home runs and 23 RBIs on the year. He's only seen 2 pitches so far today, as you heard Brandon mention earlier. As the 3rd pitch he sees of the day, he decides to take for strike 1. He grounded out to the first baseman back in the 1st, and he flew out to the first baseman, Devin Rodriguez, in the 3rd. We'll see what he does here in the top of the 5th. Compton coming in with the 0-1. It's going to be swung on and missed by a hard-swinging Matt Chavez, who now finds himself in an 0-2 hole. trying to work the pitch count, see a couple more pitches from Brandon Compton, but Compton blows them right past.
Compton at 65 pitches through 4 2/3. He's worked relatively effectively to this point, and make it 66 as now he's through 5 full.
And what a beautiful inning it was. Brandon Compton on his A game here today in Regency Furniture Stadium. That'll do it for 4.5 innings of baseball. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on as 3 up come up and 3 up go down here at Regency Furniture Stadium. We'll be right back with more Blue Crabs baseball, as coming up to the plate will be Corey Vaughn, Austin Green, and Angelise Nina here on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is David Wayne Russo, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Calling all Jedis, please report to Regency Furniture Stadium on July 28th for Star Wars Night, as the Blue Crabs take on Long Island. This night will feature an appearance by Jedi Saber Combat and a post-game fireworks spectacular. For more information on this or other exciting events throughout the season, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com, or you can call us at 301-638-9788.
This is Brandon Compton, right-handed pitcher for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Join our team every Friday home game as we honor those who serve our country by remembering everyone deployed. Every Red Friday, the team will wear red jerseys, brought to you by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. All active and former military members receive $5 tickets with their ID. For more information or to get tickets today, please visit us online at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Hey, this is Corey Vaughn, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
He speaks. Just as he speaks, Corey Vaughn walks into the right-handed batter's box, and he'll lead things off in the bottom of the 5th inning, grounding a ball straight into the ground over to the left side. That'll be a foul ball for strike 1. Corey Vaughn had a home run and a double last night. It was the walk-off double. 6 home runs, 14 RBIs on the year, a .239 average, and that ball, we thought that one earlier from John Griffin was smoked. That ball, if that was fair, we would never see it again. And it'll end up just being a long strike in the mind of the pitcher out for his 5th inning of work, Connor Wade. Wade out of the windup for the 0-2. He's going to miss outside with a fastball. 1-2 goes the count to Corey Vaughn. Vaughn has really found his rhythm of late, as when he hits the ball, it's squared up. As this time, right as I say it, he doesn't get all of one, and he'll fly out to a backpedaling Walsh at second base for the first out of the inning. That brings up Austin Green. Green with a single over to the right side in the right center gap back in the 3rd inning. He'll come up with 1 down and none on, trying to spark a Blue Crabs rally to tack on a couple of insurance runs. Green, the first pitch from Wade, is going to miss a breaking ball downstairs in the dirt for ball number 1. And here we come with the 1-0. Austin Green sees it and drills it, but well foul, as hitting somebody in the Blue Crabs bullpen. And they do
Ryan
move.
Chafee took one off the leg there. Tried to move finally and not able to get it done quick enough.
I guess that's why they usually don't move, as 1-1 count to Austin Green, the catcher. Coming with it is Wade, and it's going to be swung on and missed. A curveball trailing away from the right-handed hitting Austin Green will run things to 1-2. One-two the count. Connor Wade here, he comes out of the windup. It's going to be swung on and hit over to the shortstop Walsh, who's had a lot of attention this inning. Back-to-back outs coming off of his efforts as 2 up come up and 2 up go down for the Blue Crabs. That'll bring up Angelis Nina. Last time he was up was back in the bottom of the 3rd inning when he grounded into a tailor-made 6-4-3 double play. Hitting much better as a Blue Crab than he was as a New Britain B ever since he came over to the Blue Crabs. In a trade, as he'll see the first pitch off the hands of Wade go past him for strike number 1. World Cup Day here at Regency Furniture Stadium. You see it etched into the dirt behind the umpire as the ground ball is going to be hit over to the left side, foul. Once again fielded by that Blue Crabs bullpen. 0-2 goes the count to Angelis Nina.
Speaking of World Cup Day, I think it's trivia time for you, Andrew.
All right, if it's about soccer, I can't promise I'll have anything near an answer.
It's another 2-part question. We'll wait until after the next pitch to Nina, though.
0-2 the count. Connor Wade out of the windup. See what he goes for. Comes with a fastball upstairs, and it barely.
The first trivia question's relatively easy. It's which country has the most World Cup titles?
I couldn't tell you. I don't really know anything about soccer, to be honest with you.
Brazil.
Here comes the 1-2. It's going to be drilled into left center. Coming under it easily is Hawkins. And that should give me another half inning to wonder what Brandon's question may be, unless you want to squeeze it in before the break.
I was going to ask you how many World Cups have been won by teams outside of the continents of Europe and South America. So I'll give you half an inning to think about that, but maybe we'll go elsewhere from soccer and find some baseball trivia for you today instead after this break.
We'll be right back with a couple more trivia questions and definitely some more baseball here on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
The Atlantic League's biggest stars are coming to Long Island this summer. See them all on Wednesday, July 11th at the 2018 Atlantic League All-Star Game, presented by Good Samaritan Hospital Medical Center. The top players from the Liberty and Freedom divisions will take the field for the Midsummer Classic, as well as the pregame Dig Me Home Run Derby. Following the game, all fans in attendance will enjoy the biggest fireworks spectacular of the season. Get your tickets for the 2018 All-Star Game today by visiting liducks.com/all-star or calling 631-940-TIXX.
This is Austin Green from the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Join us every Tuesday home game as we turn 2 with our new Double Play Tuesdays. These nights, tickets are buy one, get one free in the box office, as well as BOGO on select items at the concession stands. For more information or to get tickets today, please visit us online at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Hey, this is Drake Britton, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Live from Regency Furniture Stadium, Brandon Compton out for his 6th inning of work in what really has been an excellent game from him. A 2-out, 1-run performance through 5. We'll bring him out for his 6th inning of work. Top of the 6th, the first batter he'll face is Derek Norris, who takes strike one. Norris spent 5 years in the MLB. He was an all-star back in 2014 with the Oakland Athletics. Great player for the A's. Big prospect as he takes ball one. He was the Kansas Gatorade Baseball Player of the Year in high school, the number 38 prospect back in his day, as he'll show he still has some power in the bat, but it hangs up just a little high as a pop fly goes right to Corey Vaughn in center field for out number one. Quickly, one down will bring up Dennis Phipps. Phipps 0 for 2 on the day with a pop out to Nina at second and a ground out to Martinez at third. It was a hard hit ground out, but nonetheless, he remains 0 for 2, looking to make it 1 for 3. Compton has other ideas in mind as out of the windup comes Compton. None on, one down, and a breaking ball is going to get the power-hitting Dennis Phipps to swing right through it. Phipps also had his day in the majors. We talked about guys who play well, but they don't really get much of a shot. He went 3 for 10 with the Reds back in 2012. Never made it back to the big show, as Compton also made it to the big show, and he works in a fastball. Doesn't quite catch the plate. That'll run things even at 1-1. The 1-1 out of the windup from the right-handing pitching Compton. It's going to be absolutely nailed into left field, and that ball's not coming back. It's going to hit the clubhouse past that baby monster in left field, and one swing of the bat's going to tie things here at Regency Furniture Stadium as Dennis Phipps hits his 5th home run of the year, 2nd of the series. Phipps now has 5 home runs on the year, 14 RBIs on the year. Brandon Compton's only allowed 3 hits on the day. 2 of them have plated runs, as a 3-hit day will now turn into a 2-run day. Tie ball game here in Waldorf. 2-2 is your score. And the first pitch to Albert Cordero comes right at his numbers. He has to dodge out of the way. 1-0 goes the count. Compton gives the nod to his catcher Green. Here he comes out of the windup with the 1-0. Beautiful fastball, just shaving the outside corner of the plate. Catching it though. 1-1 goes the count as the strike crosses the plate off the fingers of Compton. Compton faces the lefty Cordero and comes in with a fastball. It's going to be hit into the left center gap. No problem for Teodoro Martinez as he runs in, and he'll put the second batter of the inning away. Make that the second out of the inning, as between these 2 outs was that Dennis Phipps home run to left field. There was a no-doubt home run.
All right, Andrew.
Yes, sir.
So you asked me to avoid soccer for the trivia. So we'll go with some trivia involving Brandon Compton and his time at Georgia Tech.
I'm not going to be able to answer it as Compton comes in. But
we'll give you half an inning. We'll give you half an inning. So Brandon Compton attended Georgia Tech. There's currently 2 MLB players that went to Georgia Tech. There were 2 World Series champions with the Boston Red Sox that went to Georgia Tech. If you can name all 4 of those players, I'll buy you lunch next week.
And I'll now really have to think about it as a ground ball is going to go over to Nina at second, retiring Kubica. Is Nina. That'll be 3 outs in the inning, retiring the side for the Skeeters. Not before their 1 hit of the inning is a no-doubt home run from Dennis Phipps, tying the ball game at 2 apiece. We're through 5.5 innings here in Waldorf, Maryland, and the score is 2-2. We'll be right back on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is James Frisbee, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Blue Crabs fans, be sure to join us July 6th as we celebrate Blue Crabs star Daryl Thompson. That night, as part of our Red Friday series, we'll be handing out a Daryl Thompson red bobblehead brought to you by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. Bobbleheads will be handed out at the front gate as fans enter while supplies last. Be sure to get your tickets today at somdbluecrabs.com or call 301-638-9788 to be part of the fun. Washington sports fans, rock your red, wear your curly W's, and break out your burgundy and gold for Washington Sports Night on Friday night, August 10th. That night, there will be a special Washington Sports t-shirt giveaway for the first fans in attendance, so arrive early. And don't miss a special appearance by the Racing Presidents from Nationals Park. To get your tickets today, stop by the E-Trepid box office, visit somdbluecrabs.com, or call 301-638-9788.
Hi, this is Ryan Chafee, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Welcome back to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network, live from Waldorf, Maryland, with more Blue Crabs baseball. Teodoro Martinez leads off the top of the sixth inning, make that the bottom, as he sees the first pitch go by for ball number 1.
All right, so prior to the break, I asked you, there were 2 Red Sox teammates that played at Georgia Tech together. One of them was the captain of the team. The other was
Jason Varitek,
arguably their best player. So, well, I said arguably. But yes, Jason Varitek was one of the Georgia Tech players.
Now you owe me lunch. It's easy as that. It's Teodoro Martinez, the 1-1.
Their shortstop at the time, when Varitek was the captain, was also a Georgia Tech alum.
No, that's too late for Nomar Garciaparra.
Is it?
Let's go Nomar Garciaparra.
That's correct. So there's your 2 Red Sox teammates that attended Georgia Tech prior to Brandon Compton.
As Teodoro Martinez takes the 1-2 over to the second baseman, Walsh. Walsh easily puts out Teodoro, and that'll be the first out of the inning for the Blue Crabs. That'll bring up Edwin Garcia.
The other 2 that I was mentioning, there's one that recently retired. Switch hitter, he played for your Yankees that attended Georgia Tech.
Oh.
Switch hitting first baseman that played for your Yankees.
Mark Teixeira.
There you go. And the all-star outfielder for the Colorado Rockies.
As the ball's going to be grounded to shortstop, fielding it easily is Betancourt. Slings it over to Kubica, and quickly 2 are down for the Blue Crabs. Okay, let's see.
The two most relevant active players from Georgia Tech. One's a switch-hitting catcher, especially in this area, very relevant. He's played for both the Orioles and the Nationals.
Wait. I thought you said it was an outfielder for the Rockies.
And then there was a switch-hitting, or a left-handed outfielder for the Rockies. There's 2 that
Carlos
I said.
Gonzalez.
Nope. The other one. Blackman.
Charlie Blackman. I wouldn't have
and
thought
Matt Wieters is the local Orioles Nationals catcher
As
that
the
went
ball's
to
gonna
Georgia
be
Tech.
drilled down to the right side, but hold on. I thought it was 4 people. All of a sudden it's 5.
Well, I added Teixeira in there because as a Yankee fan, I figured you'd want to talk about Mark Teixeira.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I liked Mark Teixeira. So I was, 3 for 5 with a whole bunch of hints? So realistically, it had nothing to do with Georgia Tech. For me, it was realistically just, can I guess based on your very obvious hints? As, I guess, thankfully for my credibility somewhat, I guessed some of them right.
Well, I figured you were upset because last night Dallas Beeler threw, and that guy played for the I-Cubs for a long time, and I know how much you love them.
Yeah, that is true. I'm a big I-Cubs guy.
Not Chicago Cubs, just I-Cubs.
Yeah, that's true. Although it was fun to watch a lot of those guys come up with that incredible Cubs team. 2-2 goes the count on a fastball outside to the left-handed hitting Frank Martinez, switch hitter in the left-handed box. It was fun watching all those guys come up who are now playing so well for the Chicago Cubs. 2-2, 2 down, none on for Martinez. 2-2 the score, and Martinez drills one to short. A leaping Betancourt is going to put the third Blue Crab of the inning away. That'll retire the side for the Blue Crabs. No hits, no runs, no errors, no runners left on base for the Blue Crabs. We're through 6, and I'll hand it back over to Brandon right after this break. Thank you for listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Blue Crabs fans, every season we can't do it without you, so on Sunday, September 16th for the regular season finale, it's Fan Appreciation Day. This night will feature a special t-shirt giveaway, as well as a pre-game team autograph session and post-game Kids Run the Bases. Stop by the Regency Furniture Stadium box office, call 301-638-9788, or visit somdbluecrabs.com today to get your tickets.
Hey kids, are you ready to be a superhero? Join us September 1st for Superhero Night, presented by Pump It Up of Waldorf. This night you will receive your very own superhero cape to help Pinch and the Blue Crabs defeat the Road Warriors. The night will also feature a post-game fireworks spectacular. Get your tickets today at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Barrett Barnes digs in to lead things off here in the top of the 7th as Brandon Compton back to work delivers a fastball for a called strike. Barnes entered the game as a defensive replacement in center field for Anthony Jansanti last inning. Barnes goes right off his back here as Compton delivers a fastball that catches him flush, and Barnes will head down as the second hit by pitch of the day for So Compton's now hit 2 batters, and down to first goes the leadoff man in this inning. That'll bring in Courtney Hawkins. Hawkins is 0 for 2, a pair of groundouts to this point. Compton could go for a ground out here as the infield has shifted Hawkins, but a ground ball would allow a potential double play to take place. Frisbee out to the mound now to talk to Compton. Sam Runyon's up and warming. I don't know if the day's done for Compton. I haven't seen a signal yet. He's up at 90 pitches now.
And it appears as though Frisbee will just talk to Compton, just tell him he's doing fine. 1 ground ball away from having 2 down in this ball game. As I'm not sure if that's what he told them, but I do know that he'll stay on the bump to face Hawkins.
So the first man reaches on the hit by pitch, and then he throws 1 ball to Hawkins, and that brings Frisbee out for the conference. See if Compton can settle down now and get that ground ball. The infield shifted, so Nina's the only one near the second base bag as Compton comes inside and gets Hawkins swinging to even the count 1-1.
And if you're going to miss inside, you may have Hawkins thinking you might be trying to hit him, as I know that it was, from my perspective, it was not intentional. You've challenged him inside, which might startle him a little bit. The pick off to first. Once you challenge him inside, you come back with an high and inside fastball in the zone. Unable to catch up with it as Hawkins.
Barnes with 4 stolen bases in 7 attempts, so good idea to keep an eye on him. He's tied for second most on the Skeeters team behind Jansanti, who he came in for. Curveball here as this one's hit hard down towards the Blue Crabs bullpen. That'll get foul 1 and 2. Runyon continues to quickly warm down in the pin. I imagine that if Compton allows another man to reach base, his day might be done. It might be done anyway after this batter, as 82 pitches on his arm. Comes set for the 1-2. Kicks and delivers. Fastball misses low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Javier Betancourt, the number 9 hitter, awaits on deck. He's 0 for 2.
Compton's had a very solid day. 3 hits allowed, 2 runs, a home run, and a RBI double, who scored a runner who reached on base on a walk. The only real flaw outside of that came into the game having hit 2 batters, make that 3 batters on the year. He's hit 2 in today's ball game.
Another check on first, quick tag, but just late on Barnes, who's back in diving safely. Compton giving Runyon plenty of time to warm up down there as he's taking his time in between pitches, checking on the runners and everything like that. So Runyon has had ample time to get ready. We'll see how much longer he continues to warm up. Breaking ball swung on and missed as Compton gets the strikeout of Hawkins, a big one there. Just his second of the game, though, as that gets out number 1. And no movement in the dugout, so Compton will be left on unless he allows another man to reach, I'd imagine. Javier Betancourt digs in now. We mentioned 0 for 2, a ground out and a fly out. Infield stays in double play depth now as they're going to try to roll an inning in here. Compton delivers. This one's fouled back out of play, 0-1. We saw Betancourt in game 1. He subbed in for Derek Norris. Albert Cordero moved behind the plate, and Betancourt entered at third. He was 0 for 2 with a walk in that game. Check on first again, but Barnes is back in safely. Compton very cautious with Barnes down at first. He's keeping a very close eye on him. Set at the belt. Now kicks and delivers. This one's lined through the left side and into left field. A base hit for Javier Betancourt. Around second is Barnes, but he'll throw on the brakes there. Teodoro Martinez was being very casual with that in left field, and Barnes almost decided to test him. But now 2 on, 1 out, and Frisbee on the top step of the dugout. See if he wants to make a move with the switch hitting Colin Walsh up. It appears he doesn't, as Compton is going to take his time here. And now step back onto the bump to face Walsh. 0 for 2 with a walk is the leadoff hitter in the lineup. As Compton comes inside, jams him a bit as that one's fouled back into the screen.
And a big swing from Colin Walsh, trying to take a 3-run lead on 1 swing of the bat.
2 runs on 4 hits for both sides. The Skeeters have 1 error. The Blue Crabs do not to this point. 0-1 the count as Compton comes set. A look back at second. Staring down Barnes, now delivers. That one misses inside. 1 ball and 1 strike.
A lot of the times you see a batter get the opposite of getting a call. Pitcher gets calls when a batter jumps out of the zone, typically. Jumped out. That looked like it did catch the inside corner, but no call. No called strike.
As this one's hit out towards left, right at Teodoro Martinez, who will camp underneath and make the play for out number 2 in the inning. So Compton 1 out away from getting out of this jam himself. Runyon is ready to go down in the bullpen. Matt Chavez digs in. Chavez, a spectacular game yesterday. He was 3 for 5 with a home run, 2 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. That's sandwiched in between an 0 for 4 and an 0 for 3 today, though. So Compton's had the best of them to this point, as he'll now call time and signal his catcher Austin Green out to the mound for a conversation.
And at this point, you got to wonder, or you got to think that it has nothing to do with giving Runyon more time. Compton's just making sure that he attacks Chavez in the right way, making sure he's on the same page with his catcher, Austin Green.
Want to get the signs right with a man on second. He only has 3 pitches, but if you're feeling one more than the others, you'll let Green know, hey, the scouting report on Chavez says I need to go off speed, but I'm not feeling it right now. I'm going to have to go with the fastball. Not exactly what they were talking about. That was just a guess, as he goes with the first pitch off-speed curveball for a called strike, so prove me wrong. That was a beautiful bender that came right across the inside corner. It started up at the shoulders of Chavez right at him and cut back for the front side. 0-1, he goes right back to the same pitch. Chavez recognizes it this time and fouls it off, 0-2.
And Compton trying to look to work out of what looks to be his last inning of work here. A strong 7 innings. Still 1 pitch away from changing this ball game or keeping it right where it is at 2 apiece.
Looking for yet another quality start if he can just get 1 more strike or 1 more out. Right-hander comes set at the belt. He's staring down. Barnes at second. Kicks and delivers outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count on Chavez.
And once again, Compton will take his time between pitches, making sure he knows what he wants to do and how to attack Chavez, who's shown that at times he can be a very dangerous bat in the 2-hole.
I don't want to say laboring because that's not the correct thing. It looks like he's laboring out on the mound, but really he just knows the importance of every pitch. High pressure pitches right now as this one jams Chavez, but it's going to get out into the right center field gap. Barnes will score easily. On his way to third is Betancourt. An RBI single for Matt Chavez, and the Skeeters have taken a 3-2 lead here in the top of the 7th. So Chavez comes through for the team, and that will end the day for Compton. As out to the mound goes manager James Frisbee. He'll take the ball from his starter and turn it over to Sam Runyon. We'll get you the details on Runyon when we come back on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network. Sam Runyon takes over on the mound for the Blue Crabs as he's in another precarious spot. Runners on the corners, 2 outs in a big situation. Blue Crabs trail 3-2 as Runyon's first pitch misses outside. 1 ball and no strikes.
The numbers on Sam Runyon on the year: 0-1 record, a 1.02 ERA, the best on the team outside of Cody Epley in his 4 appearances.
Fly ball to right field. It looks like Runyon got the job done as Sonko will make the play, and that will retire the side. So the Skeeters take the lead on an RBI single from Matt Chavez. The hit by pitch comes back to hurt Compton as he allows 1 run on 2 hits, no errors. 2 left on base, though, by Sam Runyon. Blue Crabs trail 3-2, heading to the 7th inning stretch. On the other side, they'll look to tie it up when we return on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Dr. Milu and the courteous and professional staff at Cancer and Blood Disorders Treatment Center in Waldorf want you to know that for cases of cancer and blood disorders such as anemia, leukemia, and lymphoma, you don't have to travel all the way to D.C. or Baltimore to get high-quality, compassionate care close to home. Established in 1995, Cancer and Blood Disorders Treatment Center offers expertise, experience, and the highest standards needed for successful treatment of cancer and blood disorders. Dr. Milu is excited to be a part of the Blue Crabs family as the new sponsor of the Silver Sluggers program and games for the 2017 season. For more information or to schedule a consultation, call 301-638-1007 or visit cancerandblooddisorderscenter.com.
This is Devin Rodriguez from the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Join us every Tuesday home game as we turn 2 with our new Double Play Tuesdays. These nights, tickets are buy one, get one free in the box office, as well as buy one, get one on select items at the concession stands. For more information or to get tickets today, please visit us online at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
4-5-6 due up here for the Blue Crabs. Some power coming to the plate. Angelo Sonko, John Griffin, and Devin Rodriguez. They trail 3-2. Need just 1 to tie 2 to take the lead here on the other side of the 7th inning stretch as Sonko takes outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Connor Wade enters his 7th inning of work. He has just 60 pitches on the day as he's averaged 10 an inning. A fly ball to shallow center here. The shortstop, Betancourt, will call for it and make the catch for out number 1. That'll bring up John Griffin. Griffin opened the scoring for the Blue Crabs on the day with a long solo home run in the 2nd. He flew out in his 2nd at-bat, though.
And in the 2nd at bat, it looked like he just missed it. I mean, that ball was inches on the bat from being long gone out of this stadium.
So Griffin has the heavy right-hander shift on him now as he takes a breaking ball on the inside part of the plate for a called strike.
You see a lot of shifts in this league, Brandon. Just about almost everybody gets shifted in some way, shape, or form.
It is strange. It's the way of baseball now, though. You look at teams like the Houston Astros, who are winning games in World Series, as Griffin rolls one up the middle right into the shift. If they didn't have the second baseman up the middle, that's a base hit into center field, but instead it's out number 2. But you see teams like the Astros winning World Series and winning games all year and putting 8 people in the outfield at one point, or 7, in the outfield at one point this season, and it works, and everybody else wants in on that. And when something's working, you always maybe don't want to be innovative with it, but you're willing to copy and do whatever it takes to win your own ball games.
And same with the Cubs. Joe Madden did such a good job in their World Series run, changing up defensive positioning and just being a creative and brilliant baseball mind, and everybody, you're right, wants in on it.
Fastball to Devin Rodriguez, misses inside, 1 ball and no strikes. You look at Madden and his use of Aroldis Chapman in that game, and then you look at Andrew Miller and their innovative way of using Andrew Miller, the Cleveland Indians, and everything's changing. You used to put your dominant reliever in the 9th inning and say, here's the 9th, finish the game, but now you're saying, you know what, it's the 6th inning, we've got the bases loaded and 1 out, you're the best we got, go get it done. So you got guys like Andrew Miller, one of the most dominant relievers in the game, who might not ever make the Hall of Fame because he's not a closer, and that's where the stats don't match up with the analytics. As a changeup misses low and inside, 2 balls and 1 strike. You look at that, and you look at Madden's use of the pitcher hitting 8th, and then that effective second leadoff guy he has batting 9th, and people have started to do that. I've seen some teams around the NL, the Rockies, the Braves, have mixed that in their lineup a little bit. 2-1 the count as a fastball catches the inside corner to Devin Rodriguez, 2-2. Rodriguez hitless on the day after going 3 for 4 with a pair of RBIs and a run scored last night. He's flown out and grounded out to this point, hoping to get on base for Corey Vaughn, who also had a big night last night with the home run and the walk-off double. Rodriguez rolls one to second. That looks like a 1-2-3 inning for Wade. Walsh picks it up and flips to Kubica, and it is, as Wade has now retired 11 straight batters, back to back to back, 1-2-3 innings. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on in the inning. We'll head to the 8th. Dennis Phipps, Albert Cordero, and Kubica will lead it off when we come back on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is Shane Watson, and you're listening to Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Blue Crabs fans, Vicelli Pizza, known to have the best pizza in town, is offering you 20% off your order. That's right, 20% off. Just use code 779 to take advantage of this limited time offer. Vicelli offers pizzas, pastas, subs, wings, salads, and more. You can place your order for pickup or delivery online at VicelliPizza, VOCELLI.com, or call 301-705-5858, as well as visiting Vicelli Pizza at their Waldorf location, 11850 Park Waldorf Lane. Vicelli Pizza, delivering classic Italian quality.
Shopping for groceries in a clean, friendly store? That's smart. Shopping for groceries in a clean, friendly store and saving some money while you're doing it? That's wise. At Wise Markets, you'll find all your favorite brands, prices you'll appreciate. That means more meat for less money, more dinner for less dinero, and more milk for less moolah. Stop by a Wise Market today.
Eat better, spend less. That's wise.
Stem, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Meat of the lineup due up for the Sugarland Skeeters here in the inning as Dennis Phipps, Albert Cordero, and Kyle Kubica, the 4-5-6, will hit as Phipps takes a changeup from Sam Runyon, who now enters his second inning on the inside corner for a called strike. Runyon took over and retired the only batter he faced in the 7th, a fly out to strand a pair of inherited runners as he kicks and delivers on the outside corner for a called strike here. 0-2. Final line for Brandon Compton, 6 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs. They were earned. He walked 2, struck out 2. Should the score hold, he'll take the loss in the game, but he will be credited with another quality start. That's back-to-back quality starts for him and his 4th of the season, as Runyon misses outside, 1-2. You mentioned it, Andrew. Runyon has been one of the most effective relievers in the entire league, and outside of Cody Epley's 0 ERA in about a quarter of the appearances, he's been the Blue Crabs' go-to in any situation this year. He's the Andrew Miller of the Blue Crabs that we just talked about, where last night they handed him a bases-loaded one-out jam and asked him to get out of it. This time, runners on the corners, 2 outs, trying to limit the damage to just 1 run and a 1-run deficit, and they give it to him, and he gets it done.
You're exactly right. He is the Andrew Miller. Looks like their best closer statistically on this point in the year. So another one's fouled over to the left side, but you give him the ball in any situation that seems like he's needed, and he's come through up to this point in the year.
Last night he did give up the 3 RBI double, but all 3 of those runs were charged to Craig Stem as he had let the runners on base. Runyon then stranded his own runner at second to lower his own ERA. As a breaking ball swung on and missed, down on strikes goes Phipps, and Runyon picks up the 3rd strikeout of the day for the Blue Crabs pitching staff. Runyon has had that curveball working incredibly all season long. He's picking up strikeout after strikeout with that pitch. He's really turned it on this year after struggling out of the gate last year. That's his 21st strikeout through a little over 18 innings.
And that's just dominance, Brandon. I mean, he has been that go-to guy that anybody in the league would love to have up to this point in the year.
Runyon ready to face Cordero now as he misses low and inside. 1 ball and no strikes. With the off day tomorrow, there's no reason to worry about overusing Runyon. That's why you see him typically come in for an inning, or a third of an inning, 2/3 of an inning, and then get lifted. But with the off day tomorrow, he'll have plenty of rest heading into the Long Island series on Tuesday, so you can throw him an inning and a third. As a fly ball out to center, Vaughn will handle it there for out number 2. I imagine for the 9th inning we might see closer Cody Epley, even if the score holds where it is, just to ensure that heading into the bottom of the 9th, the deficit's no more than the 1 run.
I think you're right about that. It would make sense, especially with the off day tomorrow, as you mentioned. And you really want to sweep this series if at all possible. And that seems as though the best avenue to do that.
Kyle Kubica in now. Kubica is 1 for 3 on the day as he swings over the first pitch. He doubled back in the second, an RBI double, and then has grounded out twice. We mentioned it yesterday. Runyon with a whip under 1 to this point on the season. That's incredible as he misses outside here. 1 ball and 1 strike now. He's allowed 10 hits and walked 5 batters in 17 2/3 coming into play today. Opponents are hitting just 169 against the right-hander.
And that's just phenomenal, Brandon. I mean, that's brilliance on the mound.
He comes inside here as that's going to hit Kubica in what looks like the ankle, but it appears that the big first baseman is okay as he'll head down to first. That's the 3rd hit by pitch of the day for the Blue Crabs pitching staff, as Runyon was 1 strike away from getting out of the inning, but instead will extend it for Barrett Barnes, who was hit by a pitch last time. 2 of the hit by pitches have come in this batting slot. Jansanti took one in the 4th, and Barnes took one in the 7th. Not sure if the hit by pitch in the 4th had anything to do with Jansanti being removed defensively in the bottom of the 6th, but we'll get information on that after the game. As Runyon right back to work, though, gets one on the inside corner for a called strike. Not going to shy away from that spot with his fastball. Runyon features 2 fastballs, a 4-seamer and a 2-seamer, as well as a changeup and a slurve. Rarely uses the changeup, though. They got the shift on Barnes up the middle as Runyon spikes a curveball here. Great stop by Austin Green behind the plate. Holds the runner at first. And the count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike.
And Austin Green and along with Jose Gonzalez, have both been very, very solid, to say the least, behind the dish this year for the Blue Crabs defensively.
A new addition to the Blue Crabs behind the dish. We mentioned yesterday the injury to Gonzalez had landed him on the disabled list. Ryan Wagner was activated just before the game today. Wagner played for the Texas Air Hogs in 2017 and started this year with them in the American Association, has joined the Blue Crabs. He was activated around 145 to be eligible to play today. Green will serve as the everyday starter now. Wagner is depth. 1-2 pitch from Runyon, a breaking ball that's hit out towards shallow center field. Backing up now a little bit is Vaughn, as he'll make the catch for the final out of the inning. An effective 1 1/3 from Sam Runyon. He hits Kubica in the inning, but no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 man left on base. Blue Crabs need 1 in the bottom of the 8th to tie it and get Compton off the hook. Corey Vaughn, Austin Green, and Angelis Nina will look to do it when we come back on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hilltop Signs and Graphics is the official signage partner of the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs this 2018 season and specializes in custom signage, vehicle wraps and decals, site lighting, and much more. Since 1992, Hilltop's top priority has been providing customers in the DMV area with the highest quality product. Call today at 301-373-7878 to start your project or visit hilltopsignsmd.com for more information. Hilltop Signs and Graphics, where design, fabrication, and installation is our expertise. Blue Crabs fans, your group of 20 or more can join us all season long with any of our several group hospitality areas at Regency Furniture Stadium. Our spacious and modern amenities can entertain your group starting at just $10 per person. The open-air picnic pavilion, upscale Legends Club, or luxury suites provide the backdrop for great nights at the ballpark. Call group sales at 301-638-9788 for more info or to book your group today.
Hi, this is Fran Martinez, and you are listening to the Blue Crab Broadcaster Network.
Connor Wade working deep into the ball game tonight as the right-hander back on the bump here for the bottom of the 8th. 7-8-9 due up for the Blue Crabs as a first pitch breaking ball misses outside to Corey Vaughn. 1 ball and no strikes as we expected. Cody Epley up and warming in the Blue Crabs pen. Regardless of the outcome of this inning, I imagine he works the 9th as Vaughn takes one on the inside corner for a called strike to even the count at 1-1. Wade has been strong on the mound, just 68 pitches through 7 full innings coming into this one as he gets a change up across here, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Blue Crabs have been unable to really work Wade deep into counts. He's thrown just 18 balls on the game. One, two, Vaughn off the end of his bat in foul ground. Kubica should have room down the line, and he does for out number 1.
And not to mention the fact that, as you mentioned, this is only Wade's 4th start on the season.
Austin Green will dig in now. He's 1 for 2, a single in his first at-bat back in the 3rd, and then a ground out. Looking to get some offense going, get a man on base for Angelis Nina. Try to extend this to Teodoro Martinez in the top of the order. They'll need a man to reach, though, as Green sends one out towards center. Barnes, cruising over to his left, will make the catch. And 1 pitch is all it takes to retire the second man in the inning, Austin Green. So 2 up, 2 down, as Wade continues to work effectively, both with the pitch count and with the guys at the plate. He's retired every batter he's faced since the RBI double to Angelo Sonko that scored Edwin Garcia back in the 4th. Looking to make it 14 straight retired is Wade as the right-hander kicks and delivers. Fastball right down the middle again. Nina trying to take a pitch and maybe get ahead in the count, but not able to do so as Wade continues to pound the zone. Count at 0-1 as Wade kicks and delivers right there again. This time a changeup and the count at 0-2. You can't take any pitches against Wade today. He's just working right on the edges of the zone and getting all the strike calls. If you take it all, you're in Nina's situation, down 0-2. Wastes a fastball outside, trying to get him to chase, though, as the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And it's just one of those days for Wade. You don't see it very often, but sometimes guys are just locked and loaded, and that is Wade today.
1-2 pitch, curve ball, very close, but misses low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nina got a little nervous there for a second as Jerry Martinez popped out of his squat behind the plate very quickly. Looked like he was going to ring him up, but decided against it. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here to Nina as Wade goes to the breaking ball here, swung on and foul tipped. As Nina got a piece of it, the catcher Norris picks it up and tags him. Norris is arguing that it was not a foul ball, that Nina swung and missed, and that the inning should be over. A lot of the Skeeters were actually headed off, as that'll bring out Pete Incaviglia for the 4th time in this series to argue with the umpires. We saw Incaviglia twice yesterday and once in the series opener, but this one much less animated than we've seen out of a couple of the managers in this series, as he won't win it and Martinez will send him back to the dugout and Nina will remain at the plate.
And this is the type of thing you need to capitalize on. If you're on the Blue Crabs, you don't get many breaks like this, especially in a 1-run ball game, deep in the ball game against a dominant Wade. Let's see if Nina can capitalize on it.
Right-hander ready for the 2-2 pitch. He kicks and delivers. Nina off the end of his bat, rolls one out to second. Walsh will field, and it only cost Connor Wade 1 pitch if he didn't touch it. If he did, then Nina at least got his fair shake on the mound. Wade's retired 14 in a row. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. As the Blue Crabs trail 3-2 heading to the 9th, it looks like Cody Epley will try to keep it right there. 8-9-1 due up for the Skeeters when we come back on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Make sure to bring Dad out to the ballpark on June 17th to celebrate Father's Day as the Blue Crabs finish the series game against York. All fathers will have a chance post-game to participate in the Blue Crabs remote control dig presented by Allpawn for a chance to win television prize package. For more information on this or any other exciting events throughout the season, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or you can call us at 301-638-9788.
Join our team every Friday home game as we honor those who serve our country by remembering everyone deployed. Every Red Friday, the team will wear military-inspired jerseys brought to you by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. All active and former military members receive $5 tickets with their military ID. For more information or to get tickets today, please visit us online at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
This is Cody Epley, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Cody Epley on to face Courtney Hawkins, Javier Betancourt, and Colin Walsh. He trails 3-2, so not a safe situation for the Blue Crabs closer, but a very important one. If he can get through this inning unscathed and set the team up for potential back-to-back walk-offs, one run's a lot easier than 3 or 4.
See that heavy shift yet one more time on Courtney Hawkins.
Epley kicks and delivers the 0-1. It's right there, so Hawkins swings and fouls it off. Very late on the swing. You could tell he didn't want it, but had to do something with it. Epley, 6'5", 215 pounds, out of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Andrew, you mentioned him earlier. This is his 5th appearance on the year. What have we seen out of Epley to this point?
Well, so far on the year, Epley has not allowed a run as he comes in and a deep foul ball.
Hung a slider there a little bit, did Epley. Not where he wanted that. He wanted to bury it in the left-handed batter's box, but instead it sat belt high for the dangerous Hawkins.
Well, if we thought Runyon was impressive, which he absolutely is, Epley batters are batting .083 against him. He's only allowed 1 hit, walked 1 batter, struck out 4 through 4 innings.
0-2, Hawkins hammers it down the line. That'll be fielded in the bullpen. Thank you. No balls and 2 strikes. The count still on Hawkins, who's 0 for 3 on the day.
No runs allowed in those 4 appearances, so Cody Epley has been nothing short of brilliant up to this point in the season.
Kicks and delivers a slider here. That's the spot he was looking for the first time he threw it, not the hanging belt high one, but buried in the left-handed batter's box. Hawkins able to lay off 1 and 2. Epley didn't really have the strikeout pitch working in his first 2 appearances as he eased his way back in, but he's now had 4 strikeouts, 2 in each of his last 2 appearances. Kicks and delivers. There's that slider again. Hawkins able to foul it off and stay alive in the at-bat. Epley has been everything promised. When he was on the disabled list, we talked about it and how it was a big loss in the Blue Crabs bullpen to not have him to start the year. He came back in and didn't disappoint. As you mentioned, 4 appearances in, he's 3 for 3 in saves and yet to allow a run.
And only 1 hit.
Time is called very late as Epley was ready to deliver, but instead will step off and reset prior to the 1-2. He worked himself into a bit of a jam in his second appearance as he put runners on first and third, for the Lancaster Barnstormers. It was 3-2 the score at the time as Epley comes set for the 1-2. I'll finish that in a second. Kicks and delivers. This one's hammered towards deep left center field, but Vaughn is going to catch that one. Hawkins makes some noise, but is retired for out number 1. He had first and third for the top of the order. Darian Sanford, one of the fastest players in the Atlantic League, was up. The tying run was 90 feet away, and Epley somehow got a ground ball right up the middle to roll 2. That was the only real trouble he's been in. Other than that, nobody's really even gotten on base, as both the 1 hit and 1 walk he's allowed to this point were in that game.
And that was his second appearance, is that correct?
That was his second appearance of the season. Yeah, it was back-to-back days as he worked a 2-1 game against the Barnstormers on the 25th of May, the day he was activated, and then the 26th was the game I just spoke of. First pitch here to Javier Betancourt, misses low, 1 ball and no strikes. Ready for the 1-0. Epley goes low with a sinker again here. 2 balls and no strikes. He did something you don't often see from closers, which is get activated from the disabled list and immediately get inserted back into the closer role. Normally you work your way back into that, throw in the 6th, 7th, maybe 8th, work your way around, and then become the closer as Epley gets one across the outside corner, 2-1. You've seen it in the majors a little bit this year with a couple of guys that have gone down with injury. They come back, work in the 7th inning, just try to work their way back into it. But with Epley, as soon as he was activated that night, he said, give me the ball in the 9th. I'm going to get this save. 2-1 sinker is fouled off, 2-2. Shows the mentality that Cody Epley has and how important he knows he is to this team.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that just comes on the mound with the game face on and just goes right after batters and says, I'm going to come with my best stuff and I'm going to beat you with it. And here in his 5th appearance thus far on the year, he has been correct about that.
Epley ready now for the 2-2 pitch. Kicks and delivers. Swung on and missed. Down on strikes goes Betancourt as Epley retires the first 2 he's seen in the game tonight to continue his hot streak. Well, Andrew, we're close to it, but we're not quite going to beat our quickest game of the season as we just surpassed the 2 hours and 9 minutes that we had in, I believe, your first day here.
I believe so. That was the day Thompson threw that gem.
Correct. We are 2 hours and 15 minutes into the game today, and here in the top of the 9th, 3-2 the score. Blue Crabs trail by 1. Cody Epley looking to hold it right there and set up the bottom of the 9th with an opportunity like they had last night, as this one's rolled foul down the line. Down in the Sugarland bullpen, Felipe Paulino, the closer, is up and warming. He took the loss last night, but I'm going to give that loss to the Sugarland defense instead. Unfortunately, they don't have a pitching record, so they can't be 0-1, but Paulino can be, as 3 straight errors is what ended up costing Sugarland the game last night. He's up and warming. Connor Wade's at 79 pitches. As Epley kicks and delivers, this one's fouled back. I'm going to ask you here before we can see the final decision, Andrew. 79 pitches for Wade. He's retired 14 straight, or a closer with an 0.54 ERA in Paulino. Who are you giving the ball to in the bottom of the 9th?
I stick with the guy that's been hot all day today rather than the guy that's been hot all season. Whether that makes sense or not, I don't know. But if I was the manager, I would definitely stick Wade back out there and at least wait until he lets one on.
0-2 pitch, misses low and away, and the count goes to 1-2. I wanted to ask you, before we can look back in the 9th, regardless of what happens, if the Blue Crabs come back and win, say they bring in Paulino, Blue Crabs score 2 off of him, or say they leave Wade out, somebody hits a long home run, then you can easily go, well, I'd have gone to the closer, I'd have stayed with the starter. But putting you on the spot here, let's see how your managerial skills go.
I think you put Wade back out there with a very short leash.
That pitch very close to the outside corner, as that looked like it might have been an inning strikeout, but instead the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Epley seems to be the only person on the field that doesn't care that that wasn't called a strike, as he's right back to work. 2-2. This one's driven out towards left center. Teodoro Martinez on the run, sticks his glove out, not going to get there, as that will bounce and roll to the wall. On his way to second is Walsh. He's in standing with a 2-out double. Second hit of the season allowed by Cody Epley. Second hit of the day for Walsh. Or excuse me, the other time he reached was via a walk. First hit of the day for Walsh. I thought Teodoro had a play on that. What about you?
I thought he did too. I think that he took his eye off the ball before he actually got there. It looked like he was kind of jogging there towards the end. I think he thought he had it and it just went right past his glove.
Take a quick second to look ahead to the bottom of the 9th. The Blue Crabs have the top of the order coming up in Teodoro Martinez, Edwin Garcia, and Frank Martinez. So the right part of the lineup to get something done against whichever pitcher decides to take the mound. Epley hoping that it's still the 1-run deficit. He's got the runner on second as he's right back to work and immediately gets one right down the middle for a called strike to Matt Chavez. Chavez has provided the difference in the game to this point. His RBI single in the 7th scored Barrett Barnes from second and is that one on the board for the Skeeters in the 3-2 lead. Epley looking to get out of the jam, stares at second, now kicks and delivers. Slider, swung on and missed. Nobody holding at second base, a very long lead for Colin Walsh. He's getting an aggressive secondary as well, as anything to the outfield, I imagine, is probably going to allow Walsh to score with the lead he's been able to get to this point.
And that's the issue. Anything getting to the outfield may score him, which is why I believe Garcia and Nina are staying home. They make sure they can get as much ground as they can without having to worry about the runner.
Both players are back on the outfield grass, giving themselves plenty of room. As Epley kicks and delivers, says he'll do it himself with the strikeout. As swinging through that one was Chavez. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Epley. No runs on 1 hit, no errors. 1 man left on base in scoring position for the Skeeters. Blue Crabs will look for back-to-back walk-off wins. They need 1 to tie, 2 to win it as we head to the bottom of the 9th. Teodoro Martinez, as we said, will lead things off when we return on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Friday night, July 20th, we celebrate our favorite blue furball, Pinch, with his very own brace face bobble belly, brought to you by Waldorf Orthodontics. This one-of-a-kind giveaway will only be available at the front gates while supplies last, so make sure you get there early to see the Blue Crabs face the Lancaster Barnstormers. To ensure your seat today, visit somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788. TN Bose Heating and Air Conditioning is proud to present Fans for Our Fans at Regency Furniture Stadium once again this 2018 season. When the temperature at game time is expected to be a scorcher, TN Bose will do what they do best, keep you always the right temperature, by providing hand fans to the first 200 guests entering the stadium that day. Learn more about their technologically advanced AeroSeal duct sealing procedure online at tnbose.com. TN Bose for all your air conditioning and heating needs. Blue Crabs fans, your group of 20 or more can join us all season long with any of our several group hospitality areas at Regency Furniture Stadium. Our spacious and modern amenities can entertain your group starting at just $10 per person. The open-air picnic pavilion, upscale Legends Club, or luxury suites provide the backdrop for great nights at the ballpark. Call group sales at 301-638-9788 for more info or to book your group today.
Top of the order due up for the Blue Crabs as they disagree with Andrew and go to their closer. Felipe Paulino will take the ball here in the 9th. No telling what would have happened either way had Wade stayed on and whether you would have won the game as manager or not. But hopefully, Pete Incaviglia made the wrong move by sending Paulino out there, and the Blue Crabs can get to him for a second day in a row. Martinez steps out and now ready to go against the big right-hander. He pitched in last night's game, took the loss as a breaking ball, first pitch for a called strike, 0-1.
I think if you're the defense right now of the Skeeters, you have a lot of pressure on you to back up your closer, Paulino, this time. And even though you're the Blue Crabs and you understand that this really wasn't on Paulino last night, I think you have a lot more confidence just putting the ball in play.
1 the count for Paulino as he goes back to the curveball. No balls and 2 strikes. I think a lot of pressure is on Felipe Paulino at this point as well. I understand what you're saying. The defense knows what they did last night. But for Paulino, I think that me personally, maybe not for him. He's got big league time. He's the closer. They have different mentalities. But I would personally feel a little bit of a sense of I've got to do this myself and get strikeouts. As Martinez flares one out towards right center. That's going to get down. He's breaking out of the box. A big turn at first, but will throw on the brakes. And Teodoro Martinez is aboard with a single. So we saw Paulino go with back-to-back breaking balls to start and then try to throw one again. Maybe a little bit of what I just said. Instead of going right after guys with fastballs or curveballs, and then spiking a curveball, he's saying I've got to get strikeouts. I can't trust anybody right now.
Felipe Paulino comes in with a 2-1 record, .52 ERA, 4 runs allowed, 1 of them earned, 6 walks to 21 strikeouts, a pair of doubles allowed, and that'll do it for the extra base hits.
Check on first as Martinez, the quickest Blue Crabs player, is back in safely. I want to be expecting a sacrifice bunt here with Edwin Garcia to move the tying run into scoring position, but we were in the same spot last night and didn't bunt, so we'll see what happens here. Garcia is squaring, though, as Paulino Comes set. Garcia pulls back and takes a fastball inside. 1 ball and no strikes. The third baseman, Cordero, way in. Paulino, an imposing figure on the mound, 6'3", 270 pounds.
And I would be surprised if Edwin Garcia actually laid one down.
Paulino sets. Garcia squares again, pulls back again. Hit and run is on. That's going to get down the line. Martinez on his way to third. Garcia headed to second. Martinez being waved around. Garcia on his way to third. The throw into the cutoff man. Throw to third. The tag in time to cut down Edwin Garcia. But Teodoro Martinez comes across to score an RBI double for Edwin Garcia as the hit and run was on. And the Blue Crabs have tied the game here in the 9th inning. A great relay throw from Javier Betancourt cut down Garcia as what would have served as the go-ahead run on third base. Garcia slowed up a little bit around second. Looked like he tripped on the bag. Otherwise, I think he had it. But he comes through nonetheless. The hit and run works to perfection and ties the game.
And I think the other issue was Garcia was looking back at the cutoff throw to see how close it was going to be all the way from second to third.
Pitch misses inside to Frank Martinez, 1-0. That's a tough spot because you see manager James Frisbee frantically waving his arm. And if you're the base runner Garcia, you see that and you know it's to try to score Teodoro Martinez. So you have to make the decision yourself. Turning around is what I think ended up leading to him slipping up a little bit around second. As Frank Martinez takes low here, 2 balls and no strikes. So an earned run tonight for Paulino, as that's just the second earned run he's allowed this season. And I'll tell you what, Andrew, you look like a genius.
I guess so.
Paulino ready for the 2-0. He comes set to Martinez and delivers. Fastball in the outside corner. 2 balls and 1 strike. Final line for Connor Wade, who's going to get stuck with a no decision. 8 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 1 strikeout. He retired the last 14 batters he faced and was lifted after 79 pitches to give way to Paulino. Right-hander kicks and delivers. A foul ball out of play off the bat of Frank Martinez. And the count at 2-2. Plenty of power for the Blue Crabs here in this inning still with Martinez and Angelo Sonko. Martinez has 2 home runs, 1 from each side of the plate. Sonko homered the other day, his first of the season. Paulino kicks and delivers. Martinez does a great job of waiting back on a breaking ball and fouling it off out of play to stay alive. A very tough out is Frank Martinez.
And if you're Martinez, you got to understand, and I know he does, but you got to realize that you can't let your foot off the gas pedal just because you've tied the game. Keep the pressure on Paulino. Keep pushing until you find something you like in this count and poke it somewhere.
Paulino ready and delivers. Fastball misses low and inside. 3 balls and 2 strikes, now the count. Quick look at the rest of the Atlantic League, specifically the Freedom Division. York Revolution in action today. They trail the Long Island Ducks 2-0. That game was postponed at the start, or delayed, I should say, at the start, as it's now underway in the top of the 7th. So the Blue Crabs could pick up a game on the Revs if Long Island holds on. As Paulino sets for the payoff pitch and delivers, fouled off by Martinez. The division-leading Lancaster Barnstormers had a game rained out against the Road Warriors today. That one is postponed. They haven't announced a date for it yet, but it'll be later on in this first half of the season. So able to pick up half a game on the Barnstormers are both teams in action here in Southern Maryland. The winner of this will get a half game back up on Lancaster. Payoff pitch once more, foul tipped, held on to by the catcher Norris, as down on strikes goes Martinez for the second out of the inning. The current look of the Freedom Division as Angelo Sonko digs into the bat. The Barnstormers are 28-11. They've got a 5-game lead over the 23-16 Skeeters. York 19-17, Southern Maryland 15-23. Blue Crabs could cut it down to 12 back in the division. The Barnstormers to 4, or the Skeeters, I should say, to 4.5 if they can get this one to extras. Sonko hoping that's not the case as he digs into the left-handed batter's box. 1 for 3 is the right fielder as he takes a breaking ball low. 1 ball and no strikes.
Sonko with one of the RBIs on the day. That came back in the bottom of the 4th inning when he scored Edwin Garcia.
John Griffin awaits on deck, another powerful bat as Sonko thinks about offering, but a called strike anyway, 1-1. This is the most powerful part of the lineup for the Blue Crabs. You've got 2 home run hitters in Sonko and Griffin, both hoping that they can make a splash in their first year in Southern Maryland, both late additions to the team and trying to pick up a win for the squad. Paulino sets for the 1-1. It's a changeup that catches the outside corner, and the count at 1-2. Sonko, not a big fan of that call. He's been generous on the outside corner all day as Jerry Martinez. Prior to this inning, the man in the box and the man on deck had the 2 RBIs, the home run and the double you mentioned. One ball, 2 strikes as Paulino kicks in, delivers. That one misses low and inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes, the count on Sonko now. Ryan Chafee is throwing in the Blue Crabs pin. He's ready to go should the game go extras.
Sonko gets something on the inner half. It may go a long ways, Brandon.
A towering fly ball as Paulino listened to you and went to the outside corner. It's popped up to the shortstop. Betancourt will handle it there. And we're headed to extras. The Blue Crabs tie it up in the 9th. They put up 1 run on 2 hits, an RBI double from Edwin Garcia. No errors in the inning. They leave none on base. Free baseball here in Southern Maryland on getaway day. 3-3 the score as we head to the top of the 10th. Chafee will come on when we return on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is Johnny Bladell, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Fans, be sure to join us July 21st for Jurassic Ballpark as the Blue Crabs take on Lancaster. We'll travel back to prehistoric times at the park, even featuring special guests from long ago roaming the stadium. To get your tickets for this exciting event, visit us at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Shopping for groceries in a clean, friendly store? That's smart. Shopping for groceries in a clean, friendly store and saving some money while you're doing it? That's wise. At Wise Markets, you'll find all your favorite brands, prices you'll appreciate. That means more meat for less money, more dinner for less dinero, and more milk for less moolah. Stop by a Wise Market today.
Eat better, spend less, that's wise.
Hey, this is Andrew Daniel, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Ryan Chafee is the new pitcher here for the Blue Crabs in the top of the 10th as he's got a tough task in front of him. The 3-4-5 due up in the inning for the Skeeters as Derek Norris hammers the first pitch he sees. Teodoro Martinez backing up, leaps on the warning track and makes the catch for out number 1. Martinez, a great play there as Norris nearly had extra base hits, but Martinez robs him for the first out here in the inning. Chafee, the third reliever on the day for the Blue Crabs, 4th pitcher in total. An inning and a third of scoreless ball from Sam Runyon. He picked up a strikeout, didn't allow a hit or a walk. He hit one batter. Cody Epley allowed a double to Colin Walsh last inning, but that's all he allowed as Frisbee out to the mound to discuss things with Chafee on how they want to go about Dennis Phipps and Albert Cordero. Phipps has had a fantastic series, 1 for 4 with a home run in game 1, 2 for 5 last night with a run, and a solo home run already today. So they'll discuss the attacking of Phipps as Chafee now ready to get back to work. 6'2", 195 pounds out of Bellevue, Nebraska. 22nd appearance of the season for the right-hander Ryan Chafee. He's 2-0, 3 saves, and a .473 ERA. As the first pitch misses for a ball. 1-0, Phipps with a big cut. Will foul that one off out of play, and the count evens up 1-1. Chafee picked up the win in last night's game. He tossed the 9th inning, a walk, a strikeout, a flyout, and a lineout. And then he turned it over to the Blue Crabs offense. 6-4 was the score, 7-6 was the final, and Chafee is credited with the W. That was his second of the season, as we mentioned, 2-0. Andrew is pitching Phipps very carefully here. You got to be careful with a bat like this that at any point could end up turning this one around.
And that's the dangerous thing.
As this one's fouled just in front of the box.
It's the dangerous thing about this Skeeters lineup, and that's why it's composed the way it is. The batters, Phipps has 5 home runs, make that 6 with the one today in the 6th on the year, but the batters following him respectively had 5, 6, 5, and 8. So you got to pick your battles, but it's hard to do against the Skeeters when they all have so much power.
1-2 the count as Chafee goes to the breaking ball. Phipps will chase that one. Green will pick it up and tag him out. And 2 up, 2 down for Chafee. We've seen Chafee in both of the 2 walk-offs play a vital role. His 2 wins on the season are both walk-offs. We saw him in that Johnny Bladell single that won the game against the Road Warriors early this season. He pitched the 10th inning in that one, gave up a solo home run. Blue Crabs were trailing. Bladell came back. And yesterday, he pitched the 9th and got the win there. So maybe he can go to 3-0 with 3 walk-off wins today?
Yeah, I mean, I would like to think that way, but
that's how it works. It's whatever happens always stays the same, right?
I don't think so, but maybe.
Albert Cordero takes first pitch high. I think any time that we have a chance for a walk-off, we just throw Ryan Chafee and then we win. As a towering pop-up here towards the first base bag, Rodriguez and Nina are going to have trouble with this one. Nina, never mind, will camp underneath it and easily make the play. That was about a 150-foot pop-up that Angeles Nina made look like a line drive right at him. To retire the side, a 1-2-3 frame for Chafee. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Can the Blue Crabs walk it off in the 10th? John Griffin, Devin Rodriguez, and Corey Vaughn, the hero last night, will look to make something happen when we come back on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is James Frisbee, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Blue Crabs fans, be sure to join us July 6th as we celebrate Blue Crabs star Daryl Thompson. That night, as part of our Red Friday series, we'll be handing out a Daryl Thompson red bobblehead brought to you by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. Bobbleheads will be handed out at the front gate as fans enter while supplies last. Be sure to get your tickets today at somdbluecrabs.com or call 301-638-9788 to be part of the fun. Washington sports fans, rock your red, wear your curly W's, and break out your burgundy and gold for Washington Sports Night on Friday night, August 10th. That night, there will be a special Washington Sports t-shirt giveaway for the first fans in attendance, so arrive early, and don't miss a special appearance by the Racing Presidents from Nationals Park. To get your tickets today, stop by the E-Trepid box office, visit somdbluecrabs.com, or call 301-638-9788.
Hi, this is Ryan Chafee, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
John Griffin will lead things off here in the bottom of the 10th, looking to walk it off at some point in the inning are the Blue Crabs, as Matt West will come on. He replaces Felipe Paulino, who is credited with his second blown save in as many days. And West delivers a breaking ball for a called strike on the first pitch.
This is the same John Griffin who hit one very far, about the same distance as hitting the top or over that U.S. food sign you see out in left center.
I still think it hit the light pole out there. As Griffin checks the swing. Did he swing? Yes, he did, says Buzz Albert. And the count at no balls and 2 strikes. That'll get a reaction out of the crowd, who thinks Griffin was able to hold up, but West is ahead. We saw West last night. Andrew, you have the numbers on the right-hander.
Well, West, he's had an incredible year up to this point. He has a 0 ERA, allowed 1 run. It was unearned in now his 9th game, 7 2/3 innings pitched, only 3 hits as the ball misses downstairs. 2 walks, 9 strikeouts, only 1 extra base hit. And how about a minuscule 1.15 opponent's batting average?
He allowed 1 hit in last night's game in 2/3 of an inning, picked up a strikeout in the 3 batters he faced. The right-hander comes set. He works out of the stretch, up at his shoulders. Looks in and delivers. Griffin with a big swing, fouls one back out of play. Joey Wagman is up and throwing in the Blue Crabs bullpen. We'll see if Wagman potentially comes on for the 11th. He's a guy that can go multiple innings, provide some versatility in the bullpen for manager James Frisbee, which is something you need when you head to extras. Wagman's worked as a starter. He's no longer in the starting rotation. He'll move back to the bullpen as Drake Britton is expected to be activated shortly and return to the rotation against New Britain. As this one very close to the outside corner, West is beside himself on the mound. Thought he K'd him up looking.
And he was not in agreement with home plate umpire Jerry Martinez. So now Martinez looking to make that Griffin looking to make West pay.
We've seen the outside corner given all day. I'm kind of shocked it wasn't there, but 2-2 the count as Griffin given new life, in my opinion. West kicks in, delivers, same spot, and this time he's rung up. Griffin can't believe it now because that's literally the exact same pitch.
I actually think that pitch was a little bit more low and outside than the first one was, so a little bit further outside of the strike zone. If you ask me, that had to have been a makeup call.
I thought he was down looking for sure the first time, but to immediately go back to the same spot if you're West and get the call, I can't blame Griffin for taking it. He literally just took it and was able to stay in the box, and now you're going to ring him up? That's frustrating as a hitter, to say the very least, as Devin Rodriguez will dig in now. Rodriguez takes first pitch curveball, low and inside, 1 ball and no strikes.
And despite Devin Rodriguez's 0 for 3 day, Brandon, you know, we've been looking at the numbers all year, and Devin Rodriguez, in my opinion, is without a doubt the most consistent hitter on this team. He's almost always having a good day.
1-0, Rodriguez with a pop-up here to shallow left. Not quite today, as Hawkins will field that one and drop him to 0 for 4. I agree with you, though. Rodriguez has proved that in his 2 years here. Pretty much you can always count on the left-handed bat of Devin Rodriguez, but struggling today as now Corey Vaughn will dig in. Vaughn was the walk-off hero last night. He homered in that game and then narrowly hit a grand slam to end things. It hit off the top of the Blue Moon sign out in center field, as just about 2 feet short of a walk-off grand slam. See if maybe he can get one to sneak over here. Walk-off solo home run. West sets for the first pitch to Vaughn and delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses high and inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Going back to what you said on that Griffin, what you said was a makeup call. That's the worst thing you can do as an umpire, in my opinion, because now you went from missing 1 call to now missing 2 calls. And how does that help anything?
It doesn't, and then you make both sides mad.
1-0 the count as West kicks and delivers. It's a changeup. Vaughn trying to end the game. Swings way out in front of that one, and the count at 1-1.
And I think West knows Vaughn's intentions. I think everybody in the ballpark does. That's probably why he's giving him so much off speed. Now, if you're Vaughn, do you sit back? I mean, you sit fastball on everything, or you're supposed to as a hitter.
Vaughn is a professional fastball hitter. If they try to sneak one by him, we could be leaving here pretty shortly. So I think you've got to wait back if you're Vaughn and expect off speed. As West elevates out of the zone again, and the count 1-2 as Vaughn swings through it. He's got him right where he wants him now, as he hasn't swung at a strike yet. He hasn't thrown him one. He was almost, you could say, trying to pitch around Vaughn, but instead he's got a 1-2 count.
And that may be dangerous as he tries to finish him off. Let's see if Vaughn makes him pay.
I'm expecting off-speed stuff right back to it as West kicks, and there's the breaking ball. Vaughn able to lay off, and the count at 2-2.
If I'm not mistaken, there's somebody standing just about where Vaughn hit that ball last night.
Yeah, they're about 5 feet to the right of where Vaughn was out there in dead center. Maybe they can reach over and pull it up. That's all it would have taken last night, is about about a foot over the wall to pull it up. As 2 balls and 2 strikes, Vaughn swings through a breaking ball that bounces in the dirt, and he's down on strikes. Catcher Norris won't even have to tag him as he heads back to the dugout. A 1-2-3 frame for West. He picks up 2 strikeouts. Zeros on the board. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Ryan Chafee will give way now to Joey Wagman, who's on his way in from the bullpen, as we'll head to the 11th here on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is Shane Watson, and you're listening to Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Blue Crabs fans, Vicelli Pizza, known to have the best pizza in town, is offering you 20% off your order. That's right, 20% off. Just use code 779 to take advantage of this limited time offer. Vicelli offers pizzas, pastas, subs, wings, salads, and more. You can place your order for pickup or delivery online at Vicelli Pizza, VOCELLI.com, or call 301-705-5858, as well as visiting Vicelli Pizza at their Waldorf location, 11850 Park Waldorf Lane. Vicelli Pizza, delivering classic Italian quality.
Shopping for groceries in a clean, friendly store? That's smart. Shopping for groceries in a clean, friendly store and saving some money while you're doing it? That's wise. At Wise Markets, you'll find all your favorite brands, prices you'll appreciate. That means more meat for less money, more dinner for less dinero, and more milk for less moolah. Stop by a Wise Market today.
Eat better, spend less. That's wise.
Stem, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Joey Wagman, the new pitcher for the Blue Crabs, as he'll face Kyle Kubica to lead things off here. Swings through a first pitch fastball for strike 1. Wagman has returned to the bullpen after working most of his time in the past couple of outings as a starter. The right-hander, 6 foot, 185 pounds, out of Danville, California. He misses low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Andrew, you got the numbers on Wagman.
Well, Wagman's had an up and down year for the most part, Brandon. He's just been a guy that you can use as a starter, you can use as a reliever. Wagman, a 0-3 record on the year with a 7.66 ERA through 22 and 1/3 innings pitched as he gets a swing and a miss strike. 4 starts. This is his 10th appearance. 31 hits allowed, 20 runs, 19 of them earned, 8 walks, and 18 strikeouts.
You look at his numbers in the bullpen, though. 7 1/3 innings. He's allowed just 2 earned runs in that 7 1/3 with 5 strikeouts as he misses outside here to even the count at 2-2. So he's had his most effective work out of the bullpen. Both of those runs actually came in the same appearance, so he's worked 6 scoreless times in relief. Ready for the 2-2 now as he kicks and delivers. This one's fouled back as the count holds. Five scoreless times in relief. I apologize. As Kubica continues to battle, he's 1 for 3. He does have a home run in the series, so you got to be careful of the power of Kyle Kubica as Courtney Hawkins also waits in the hole. He's got 8 home runs to lead the Atlantic League. Barrett Barnes in the middle. As this one called, strike 3 on the inside corner. Wagman gets Kubica looking, and Kubica is very upset in the box, but he'll be down on strikes, letting Jerry Martinez have it. Martinez didn't even look at him, though.
Yeah, you're right. Kubica kept giving it to him. He's still talking to him, and Martinez hasn't even given him the light of day.
It's come from both sides all day long. Jerry Martinez has not necessarily been on the top of his game behind the plate, but I guess you can call it consistent because it's consistently wide, and Wagman kicks and delivers this one, no doubt, right down the middle for a called strike. But both sides have been chirping back and forth with Martinez, batters, coaches, pretty much everybody who's willing, or who he's willing to let talk without throwing out of the game has said something to him.
You're exactly right.
0-1, Wagman goes with a breaking ball. That one misses low, 1-1. It's been a consistently large strike zone, and that's where I'll leave it at that. Until the next pitch that he calls. Infield with the big shift on Barnes. As Wagman kicks and delivers the 1-1 pitch. It's a breaking ball, swung on and missed. 1-2. Barnes has 2 home runs on the season. He came in for Anthony Jansanti. Hawkins on deck is somebody that you got to be very worried about. He's hitting just .225. He's 0 for 8 in the series, but at any point, Hawkins can break a tie ball game. Wagman hoping to face him with the bases empty as he kicks and delivers. Barnes goes the other way. Rodriguez will field. He waves off the pitcher Wagman, who was coming over to cover, and takes it to the base himself for the 3 unassisted. 2 up, 2 down, as Wagman has been good to this point, and now Hawkins comes up.
And a daunting task in facing the power hit in Hawkins. Today he's 0 for 4 with a strikeout, a pair of groundouts to short, and a pop out to center.
Somebody that, with the bases empty and 2 outs, you have the opportunity, if you want, to try to do what the Skeeters did with Vaughn, which is try to get him to get himself out by swinging at pitches out of the zone. As Wagman throws a curveball here that bounces off of home plate and misses 1-0. So this gives you the opportunity to throw pitches like that curveball and see if Hawkins wants to chase, trying to be a hero, and potentially get himself out. You can afford a walk at this point as Wagman challenges him with a fastball, a dangerous pitch, but able to get it by Hawkins to even the count 1-1.
And Hawkins was ready to come up to the challenge. That was a big swing and a big miss. You're right. That was a very dangerous pitch by Wagman.
But if you've got the stuff, flaunt it, as he blew that one by him. He goes right back to it and does it again. Hawkins is way behind the fastball of Wagman as the right-hander is ahead 1-2. He tried to go with that first pitch curveball and get him to chase. When he didn't swing, Wagman said, all right, here's my best stuff. Let's see what you got. He's winning the battle to this point as he winds for the 1-2 and delivers. Overthrows the fastball a little bit there. Might have amped himself up a bit too much as the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tugged on that one well into the left-handed batter's box. No chance for Hawkins to chase there. See if he goes back to that fastball 2-2, or if he goes to one of his 2 breaking balls. He's got a slider and a curveball. It's the slider. Did he swing? No swing, says the first base umpire, Buzz Albert, and the count at 3-2.
And it looked like he broke that plane from my perspective.
I didn't have the best view on it, but we've only had 1 check swing sent down the first today, and it looked eerily similar, and they said he went around. But, again, I didn't have a good view, so I'm not going to pass judgment on that one in any way. 3 balls and 2 strikes as Wagman works the count full. He kicks and delivers. Fastball is swung on and fouled back into the netting. Hawkins finally able to catch up a little bit and get a piece of something.
Which means that Joey Wagman will once again probably change things up. Wagman has had Hawkins guessing this whole at bat, and my guess is Hawkins has no clue what Wagman's going to come with, which is a very good situation to be in if you're Joey Wagman.
I'm looking for an off-speed pitch here. 3-2 pitch. I already said at the top of the at-bat that you can afford a walk. You can try to get Hawkins to get himself out. I'd like to see him spike a curveball or a slider here. Try to get Hawkins to swing over it rather than challenge him. He does challenge him, though, and he wins the battle. Hawkins down on strikes. A lively fastball there from Joey Wagman. Couple of them in the at-bat as he challenged the powerful hitter and blew him away. He strikes out 2 in the inning. A 1-2-3 frame. No runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We're going to head to the bottom of the 11th. 9-1-2 for the Blue Crabs when we come back on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hilltop Signs and Graphics is the official signage partner of the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs this 2018 season and specializes in custom signage, vehicle wraps and decals, site lighting, and much more. Since 1992, Hilltop's top priority has been providing customers in the DMV area with the highest quality product. Call today at 301-373-7878 to start your project or visit hilltopsignsmd.com for more information. Hilltop Signs and Graphics, where design, fabrication, and installation is our expertise. Blue Crabs fans, your group of 20 or more can join us all season long with any of our several group hospitality areas at Regency Furniture Stadium. Our spacious and modern amenities can entertain your group starting at just $10 per person. The open-air picnic pavilion, upscale Legends Club, or luxury suites provide the backdrop for great nights at the ballpark. Call group sales at 301-638-9788 for more info or to book your group today.
New pitcher for the Skeeters as Craig Sitton will take over here in the bottom of the 11th as Austin Green, Angelis Nina, and Teodoro Martinez will look to get something going and end the ball game. Sitton's first pitch to Green misses high, 1 ball and no strikes. Southpaw Sitton, he works out of the stretch, comes set at his chest and delivers. This one misses outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Sitton 6'5", 190 pounds out of McMinnville, Oregon. Andrew, you've got the numbers on the lefty.
Sitton comes in a blank record here in his 17th outing of the year. He has 26 hits allowed, 15 runs, 13 of them earned as he gets a called strike on Green. He's walked 5 batters compared to 17 strikeouts. Batters are hitting .361 against him. He has a 7.31 ERA.
Sitton kicks and delivers here. Pitch misses somewhere as the count goes to 3-1. Andrew just looked back at me and put his hands up. I have no idea where that pitch missed. I'm not sure what's going on anymore behind the dish. But 3 balls and 1 strike as Green tries to jump on a fastball here, and the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes now.
Personally, I think that one that missed somewhere was a makeup call once again. The pitch before, Green was chirping at the umpire, and you never know.
We saw Sitton in game 1 of the series as he kicks and delivers 3-2 is drilled towards left. Backing up is Hawkins at the wall with his back against it. He'll make the catch. Green gave that one a ride, but he's down on the fly out for out number 1. That'll bring up Angelis Nina. Nina is 0 for 3 today. As I said, we saw Sitton in game 1 of the series. He worked a scoreless inning, 2 strikeouts. His big issue on the ERA came on May 22nd against the Somerset Patriots. He threw a third of an inning, gave up 6 hits and 7 earned runs. His ERA went from 4.36 to 10.13. And a little bit of a light rain beginning to fall here. Am I correct in that, Andrew? Maybe, maybe not. Not sure if you heard me there. A little bit of a light rain beginning to fall out there, yeah?
Yeah, just a little bit of a sprinkle. Some heavy droplets, but not too many of them. Some fans head back to the concourse area.
Some stuff to take care of here from in between innings. Alvaro Rondon has entered the game. He plays shortstop. Betancourt, who started the game at shortstop, has moved to third. And Cordero, the third baseman, is behind the dish for Norris. So it'll go down as Rondon for Norris officially, but everyone shifts a little bit to their left. As the count evens up to Nina, 1-1. Sitting ready for the 1-1 pitch. Kicks and delivers. Nina with a chopper down the third baseline. That'll be backhanded in foul territory by Betancourt, who flips it into the crowd. 1-2 the count now. Nina looking to reach base for Teodoro Martinez. He scored the tying run back in the 9th on the double from Edwin Garcia.
And what a hit and run that was to tie things up back in that incredible 9th inning we saw.
Sitting ready for the 1-2, kicks and delivers. That pitch misses low. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count now. Nina has 1 home run on the season. It came in his time with the New Britain Bees. As he takes low here, that one goes 5-hole on the catcher Cordero, and it looks like it caught Jerry Martinez, who's hobbling around behind the plate. You've got padding down there in that area, so I'm not sure where it could have hit him that it would hurt, because you've got the shin guards on that cover all the way down to those protected plate shoes for home plate umpires, but he seems to be struggling a bit back there as Cordero goes out for the mound visit to chat with his pitcher and mostly just buy time for Martinez, as on his way back he taps his chest to apologize to the home plate umpire. Payoff pitch upcoming as Sitton kicks and delivers. Nina goes the other way with a fly ball. Phipps should be able to handle that one easily, and he does, to retire Nina. 2 up, 2 down for Sitton, with fly balls to each of the outfield corners to this point. That'll bring in Teodoro Martinez. Martinez 1 for 4, a single and a run scored. He's grounded out twice and flown out as well. Hoping to extend things to Edwin Garcia, who's 2 for 4. A multi-hit game for Garcia, his 11th of the season and his 2nd of the series. As Martinez takes first pitch low, 1-0. We saw him come through once, did Edwin Garcia. Ideally, Teo can extend the inning and get what I would say is the fastest base runner on the Blue Crabs on base again for Garcia and try to find something in the gap to score. 1-0, fastball right on the outside corner for a called strike, 1-1.
Have you ever noticed that Teodoro almost always has his right back pocket of his baseball pants hanging out?
Yes. Yes, I have, and I never wanted to talk about that. As the 1-1 comes in from Sitton, Martinez flies it out. That's one of my pet peeves is the back pocket hanging out. But
I always used to do that.
Fly ball to right field. Dennis Phipps will handle it there, and that will retire the side. We're going 12 at least here in Southern Maryland. Another 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. 3-3 remains the score. We're heading to the yet another inning, the top of the 12th upcoming, 9-1-2, as Joey Wagman will retake the mound when we come back on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Paint the Park Pink returns to Regency Furniture Stadium on June 16th as the Blue Crabs host the York Revolution. Be sure to come out and support Maryland Charles Regional Medical Center as they aim to raise awareness for breast cancer. The Blue Crabs will host a post-game jersey auction with all proceeds returning to MCRMC. For more information on this or any other exciting events throughout the season, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or you can call us at 301-638-9788.
Hey kids, this is Joey Wagman from the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Don't forget, every Sunday is Kids Day at the ballpark, brought to you by Waldorf Orthodontics. Every Sunday home game, kids can enjoy a pregame autograph session with me and other players, $3 ice cream helmets all day long, and free admission to Pinch's Playground. Postgame, you can all come on the field and run the bases. For more information, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Wagman back to work here as we head to the top of the 12th. He's got the 9-1-2, Betancourt, Walsh, and Chavez due up. As Wagman kicks and delivers, breaking ball, first pitch, misses, 1 ball and no strikes. We apologize for the in-between inning movement of the camera. We're trying to get it covered up as the rain has begun to come down a little bit harder. 1-0 misses, 2 balls and no strikes. Wagman ready for the 2-0. Kicks and delivers. Fastball on the outside corner. 2 balls and 1 strike. Still trying to get the camera covered, so it's going to move a little bit here as the 2-1 pitch bounces in the dirt. 3 balls and 1 strike. It is an outdoor camera, so trying to make sure the elements keep everything safe so that we don't have any issues like we had earlier in the year where we have to go off air or anything like that. So ideally that's taken care of here in a few as Wagman still faces Betancourt. 3 balls and 1 strike. Wagman kicks and delivers. 3-1 is hammered out towards deep left center field. Vaughn is going back at the track. That's going to hit off the warning track and up over the wall. A leadoff ground rule double for Javier Betancourt. So the Skeeters with a runner in scoring position right away here in the inning as the top of the order comes up in the form of Colin Walsh. Austin Green will head out to the mound for a quick conversation with Wagman. I'd imagine a sacrifice bunt is upcoming. What are your thoughts?
I mean, if I was the coach, I would definitely go with the sacrifice bunt. Yes, you're at the top of the order. I think you have to get, if you have the opportunity with none down to get your runner over to third base 90 feet away from the go-ahead run, I think you have to.
Wagman comes set and delivers. Walsh is swinging away. I can't believe that, as it's pulled foul, 0-1.
And at the same time, I mean, a base hit probably scores the speedy Betancourt. So, I mean, you have to weigh your options. Do you bunt him over and try to get something with one down, or do you bank that one of your next three hitters is going to get a base hit?
I think the sacrifice fly opportunity, especially with the power of Matt Chavez, is the one that I'm going for. But instead, we're swinging away in the count at 1-1.
The only issue with that is that if you're banking everything on that, because then after that, then you have two down and you already wasted an out.
1-1 the count as Wagman delivers. It's going to be a dribbler back to the mound. Wagman will throw to third. The throw bounces as Martinez scoops it up and not able to lay the tag down.
Do you like that play by Wagman?
I mean, it's easy to say no now, isn't it?
It is. No, it is. I was just asking about the decision, regardless.
I think he looks like a genius if he throws him out. I think that now we're sitting here going, why not just take the free out at first? It would have served as a sacrifice bunt. We can talk about this back and forth. I guess if I had to decide, I would have taken the out at first.
Especially with the ball taking him away from third base.
Especially with us talking about the sacrifice bunt and how much sense it would have made. Just accept that and move on. As this one's chopped up the middle, Garcia will try to pick it. That's going to kick off of his glove and into center field. Run will score. Around to third, sliding in safely is Walsh. As the Skeeters have taken the lead here in the inning. So the no decision to sacrifice bunt. It's going to be an error on Garcia on the play that allows the run to come across to score.
And for Chavez in that situation, all he needed to do was just put the ball in play, and most likely was going to score that run. Good decision. I mean, he was risking trading 2 outs for 1 run, and that's something you'll take in this type of ball game where, no runners had reached base so far in extra innings up until Betancourt's double at the start of the inning.
A fly ball to shallow center. Nina backing up. He's going to make the catch on the pop-up from Alvaro Rondon. And 1 down now. The error ends up hurting definitely, as now you've got runners on the corners. It was no outs. Now it's 1 out. You're down 4-3 already. You've got a double play opportunity with Phipps coming up to the plate where you can roll it. Garcia looked like to me he was trying to snatch it, tag the base, and fire on the first, and instead it took a hop on him and bounced up off of his glove while he was trying to run to the base, as the first pitch from Wagman to Phipps misses low, 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes as Wagman comes set. He kicks and delivers. Phipps with a big swing, fouls it back into the screen, 1-1. We've seen the Skeeters blow 1 save already on the night. They could potentially do it again now, as they'll have another save opportunity upcoming in the bottom of the 12th.
But if you're...
Blue Crabs again have the right part of the order, though. This time it's the 2-3-4 instead of the 1-2-3.
If you're Southern Maryland, you just want to get out of this inning.
If you're the Blue Crabs, you're definitely trying to figure something out, as Martinez has the runner in a rundown on a ground ball to third. He'll pump fake a couple of times and tag out Walsh for the second out of the inning. I like that play a lot more than the other one we were discussing. It was a ground ball to third that could have allowed Martinez to try to go for a 5-4-3 double play. But with the rain coming down, the ball's a little slicker. Who knows the throws and the transitions from him to Nina to Rodriguez. So Martinez fields it and freezes the runner and gets the out. I think the 5-4-3 inning ender is the first thing that came to his mind, but he decides to make the better play, a veteran move from a veteran player in third base.
I mean, but you could say the same thing about a rundown. If there's a couple throws in a rundown, I think there's more chance at an error in a rundown than there is in a 5-4-3, but
I think my thing is the transition with the wet ball of pulling it out of the glove of Nina. You have to not let that run score at all costs. No matter what happens, that run can't get across. You can't go down two. You've got to be able to get a man on, get a sacrifice button, tie the game no matter what's happening. So for me, that's the reason I like that play, is because of the transition, not the Martinez to Nina part or the Nina to Rodriguez. It's that spot in the middle where Nina's got to catch the wet ball, get it out of his glove, and into his hand. 0-1, Wagman kicks and delivers. This one's fouled off out of play. No balls and 2 strikes.
and if you're Wagman, you just got to buckle down and deliver one more pitch, and then all you can do is just trust that your offense will at least reimburse you with one more run.
The run is going to go as an earned one for Wagman, by the way, to clarify that. Looking to limit it to just the one, though. He's got Chavez on second and Phipps on first with Cordero at the plate as he kicks and delivers 0-2. This one's fouled off out of play. As we mentioned in the bottom half of this 12th inning, we've got Edwin Garcia, Frank Martinez, and Angelo Sonko due up. They'll need at least one to tie, at least two to win, as Wagman comes set at the chest and delivers breaking ball. That one's fouled off again.
And a lot of balls have gone out of play backwards tonight, Brandon. If you parked in the Blue Crabs parking lot tonight, maybe want to be careful. I don't think our cars are at danger. They're mostly going that way to the left side.
I think I'm good. It's like the game day staff parking lots over on that side in the grassy area over there.
Yeah.
I think that's where we're in danger. Players parking lot was in danger with John Griffin earlier.
Sure was.
As Wagman sets for the 0-2, kicks and delivers, breaking ball, swung on and foul tipped again as Cordero continues to fight. I think that foul pole might have saved one of the players' cars earlier. Or not foul pole, light pole, sorry.
I think there's a chance that Phipps home run may have gone out to the players' parking lot, as it did end up bouncing over the clubhouse.
Probably did as well. We've seen some balls jump in this series. Some powerful guys on both sides for both teams. 0-2 the count as Wagman still battling with Cordero. Right-hander comes set and delivers. Cordero with a ground ball to second. Nina will field and fire on to first to retire the side. But the Skeeters take the lead on an error at shortstop. A double from Javier Betancourt got it started, and he came around to score. They put up one run in the inning on 2 hits, 1 error, and they leave 2 on base. Blue Crabs will need 1 to tie, 2 to win. 2-3-4 when we come back on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is David Wayne Russo, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Calling all Jedis, please report to Regency Furniture Stadium on July 28th for Star Wars Night as the Blue Crabs take on Long Island. This night will feature an appearance by Jedi Saber Combat and a post-game fireworks spectacular. For more information on this or other exciting events throughout the season, please visit our website at somdbluecrabs.com, or you can call us at 301-638-9788.
This is Brandon Compton, right-handed pitcher for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Join our team every Friday home game as we honor those who serve our country by remembering everyone deployed. Every Red Friday, the team will wear red jerseys brought to you by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. All active and former military members receive $5 tickets with their ID. For more information or to get tickets today, please visit us online at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Corey Vaughn, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Craig Sitton will return to the mound for a second inning of work. If everything holds, he'll be credited with the win, but he's got to get through the 2-3-4 in the Blue Crabs lineup as Edwin Garcia will lead it off and take first pitch for a called strike. Garcia 2 for 4. He came through with the RBI double in the ninth inning that tied the game. He was thrown out trying to stretch it into a triple, though, as he checks a swing, but that one misses inside, 1-1.
And had he have held his Jets at second, now I was thinking about it, and if I was him, I would have tried to go to third too. It only made sense. I think that this game may have been over a long time ago had he have stayed at second base, though.
Called strike here, 1-2. You can look at it that way. The next guy struck out and the one after that popped out, but as a pitcher with a runner on second or third and nobody out, it's a whole different situation. As Garcia drills one towards center, but right at Barrett Barnes, who will make the catch for 1 out. I think Garcia's issue was the indecisiveness on whether he wanted to go to second or stay at second or go to third. Slipped him up a little bit. If he just turns on the Jets right away and heads to third, I think he's in there and potentially setting up a sacrifice fly. But one down here in the bottom of the 12th. The Blue Crabs need one as Frank Martinez will dig in now. Martinez hitless on the day. He's 0 for 4. He'll switch to the right side for the first time and hope to change his luck as he takes outside 1-0.
You don't see Martinez get a bat on the right side too often. Not a whole bunch of lefties in the Atlantic.
Sitton comes set, ready for the 1-0. Kicks in, delivers. It's up and away. 2 balls and no strikes.
I'm always just blown away by somebody being able to be a switch hitter. I mean, think about how hard that very few people are able to make it to this level, batting just one way, but doing it 2 ways is a whole nother thing.
As he swings from the right side and drills one past the diving glove of Rondon and into left field. A successful side switch for Frank Martinez, and he's aboard with a 1-out hit to serve as the tying run. Speaking of Angelo Sonko, his son is here, Casey. I had the opportunity to talk to Casey yesterday, introduce myself. But they flew in, and Angelo's son was out in the cage during Blue Crabs BP, taking some swings of his own earlier. He's 6 years old. And he was swinging from the right side when I walked by. I go, "Oh, you're not a lefty like Dad, Sonko, a true lefty." He goes, "No, I'm a switch hitter."
Which is, that's what made me think about it. Is
6-year-old Casey Sonko is a switch hitter. As Angelo Sonko rips one down the line, that's going to get past the first baseman. Frank Martinez on his way to third. He'll get in there easily. The throw will come into second, so Angelo will hold at first. And back-to-back hits have runners on the corners. With 1 out, the Blue Crabs are back in business. And prior to this inning, I'm going to stop you before we go on. Prior to this inning, the Skeeters broadcaster told me that Sitton has struggled with lefties this year. I looked at the numbers, and Sitton, in 5 full innings against lefties, has given up 10 hits and a .417 opponent batting average in lefty-lefty matchups. And Sonko proves both Ira and the stats right with a base hit here.
And now do you pull Sitton? I think you leave him in, but
I think the real question is do you go after Griffin to load the bases and set up a double play or a force out at the plate?
I think.
And then face Rodriguez in a lefty-lefty matchup, but I mean, we just talked about the numbers. They have to know the numbers as the coaching staff that he can't get lefties out.
I mean, I think it comes down to, would you rather risk the walk-off home run by Griffin, or would you rather risk the walk-off hit by Devin Rodriguez?
Sitton kicks and delivers. Fastball misses outside, 1-0. Opponents are hitting .333 from the right side of the plate against Sitton, so that's not a great number either, to be honest, but it's not .420 and an advantage that you're supposed to have in a lefty-lefty matchup. A lefty waits on deck in Rodriguez as Sitton kicks for the 1-0. That one misses. 2 balls and no strikes.
I'd like to point out that that last pitch was further inside and more of a strike than the one he got rung up on last time, but
I gave up on that a while ago. There's no point in talking about
It's worth mentioning.
Strike zone, I guess. Strike octagon. As the 2-0 to Griffin, a towering pop-up towards shallow right. The second baseman, Walsh, is giving chase. He's going to make the play. Martinez with a hard run off of the third base bag will slap the brakes on halfway down the line. Walsh had a good throw, but that one hurts. That's a pop-up that doesn't allow anything to happen. All he had to do was get a little further out there to right field, and we're talking a tie game, but instead, Devin Rodriguez will dig in as the last hope for the Blue Crabs.
And if I'm Coach Frisbee, that is the guy that I'd like out there. Just because Rodriguez is the most consistent hitter on this team, I'd say. Maybe he doesn't have the highest average, but he isn't so streaky. You know, he's always, all season, he's been hitting between 290 and 300, sitting at 302 coming into today's ball game.
Devin Rodriguez is the guy that if you tell me somebody's 0 for 4, I go, oh, cool, he's going to get a hit for sure then. He's the only 0 for 4 batter I can think of in the lineup that I'd go, yeah, I want him hitting right now.
Right.
As
No,
he
I completely
takes
agree.
On the outside corner for a called strike.
I couldn't agree more. And he's a
gotta
great guy.
He's got to get at least a single. He is one of the best guys in the clubhouse as far as, you know, veteran leadership for returning to the team, but also still having fun as he takes low and away, 1-1. But he's got to get a hit here at least. I guess a wild pitch or a pass ball could get the job done as well. If he can find the gap, though, which he's been known to do, he's still up there in the Atlantic League in doubles. He's got 12 of them. Sonko's got pretty good base running skills at first base. 1-1, Rodriguez with a chopper towards short. Rondon will field. He'll have to make the long throw across, and he does successfully in time to get Rodriguez, as that will finish off the ball game. Sitton gets the job done with 2 innings of work. He had a little bit of a threat there, but the Blue Crabs come up a little bit short. As the final score 4-3 in 12 innings, the Skeeters are victorious. Andrew, this was a fantastic baseball game. 12 innings is all you could ask for and more. Blue Crabs fought back not once but twice and ended up tying the game in the 9th. They had a shot here in the bottom of the 12th. They're going to go home disappointed, but you can only be so disappointed when you beat a team that's second in the division. They took 2 out of 3.
No, I think you're exactly right, not to mention you were so close in the last game. I mean, before this Road Warrior series that they swept before this Sugarland series, I think if you would have told the Blue Crabs that they were going to take the first 2 out of 3 and this would be the result in the third, they'd be happy with that. I think that they played a very good and hard-fought series from a team that statistically may be out of the equation when it comes to the division in this half, but their fight is not showing that. And come the second half, I think this is going to be a ball club you don't want to run into in the form of the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs.
So final score here, 4-3. The Skeeters victorious on getaway day as they take the finale, but the Blue Crabs do take 2 of the 3. The loss is going to be handed to Joey Wagman. Unfortunate for Wagman as he pitched pretty well in relief. Craig Sitton will be credited with the win. No save as Sitton can't get credited for both, and he pitched the last 2 innings of the game. Some bright spots for the Blue Crabs. A couple of hits for Edwin Garcia, run scored, and an RBI for him. You got the home run for John Griffin, multi-hit day for Angelo Sonko. I think my biggest bright spot of the day is Brandon Compton, who gets yet another quality start. Connor Wade on the other side, a star for the Skeeters. 8 innings of just 2 runs. He retired 14 straight to finish his game. So the Blue Crabs unable to get the job done here in the series finale, but they'll have an off day tomorrow to relax, rest the bullpen arms, and get everybody set for a road trip to Long Island. They'll play the Long Island Ducks Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, a 3-game series before they'll host the York Revolution next weekend. So we're not on air for that 3-game set, but you can keep up to date with everything on our website and social media, Southern Maryland Blue Crabs or SOMDBlueCrabs.com. Stay up to date with how the team's doing in that Long Island series, and then we'll be back on here next Friday night, that 6:35 first pitch against the York Revolution. For today, for my broadcaster partner Andrew Banstra, I'm Brandon Bulanda. We will see you guys next Friday as the Blue Crabs host the reigning champion York Revolution. In the meantime, final score here once more, 4-3. Sugar Land takes the win. We'll see you next Friday on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.